Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. It's just about game time, and we are getting ready to go. Game number 2 today on the schedule. It is the Leafs. It is the Oilers. Maybe I should remove these goals from the last game. Wow. Way to go, Sam. But welcome in if you were with us for the last game, the Leafs and the Red Wings. That was a tough loss. Toronto losing in overtime. They weren't looking good, but Edmonton trying to do better, trying to take it to the Canucks. Of course, they lost last night to the soon-to-be extinct Arizona Coyotes. That was a tough one, but they are looking to turn it around, but they are going to be out without one of their superstars. So let's say hello, and then we'll get to the lineups. Welcome back, Ryan. Good to see you. Dallas, what's up? Onyx in the house. Spencer, hello there. Sasham, welcome in. Daniel Barry, good to see you again. Happy Saturday. Cynthia, what's up? Going for the Panthers. Go Florida Panthers. Absolutely. Hockey Girl for Life, what's up? Hi. Welcome welcome one and all 24/7. Welcome back in. Thanks for joining us here for game number 2. All right, here are the lineups for this evening's activities. For the Canucks, who are 48, 22, and 9. Top line is going to be Ilya Mikheyev with Elias Patterson and Nils Hoglander. Lynn, how's it going? Good evening. P. Suter with JT Miller and Brock Besser. We got Dakota Joshua with Elias Lindholm and Connor Garland. And then Vasily Podzikin with Teddy Bluger and Sam Lafferty. God, I like Laffy so much. On the D side for the Canucks, Quinn Hughes with Philip Aronik, Carson Soucy with Tyler Myers, and Nikita Zadorov with Ian Cole. Casey DeSmith going to be getting the start tonight. Thatcher Debko expected back any time now. For the Edmonton Oilers, their lineup is going to be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman. Evander Kane is going to be with Adam Henrique and Warren Fogle. Dylan Holloway with Ryan McLeod and Corey Perry. Matthias Janmark is going to be with Derek Ryan and Connor Brown. On the D side, Matthias Ekholm with Evan Bouchard. We got Darnell Nurse with Troy Stetcher. And then Brett Kulak with Vinny Desharnais. Stuart Skinner getting the start tonight. McDavid is out tonight. He's being held out with a lower body injury. He skated well. He moved well. He looked good. But just for precaution, they're going to sit him out today. Sam Carrick is also out with an undisclosed injury. And Cody Ceci is the healthy... Oh, are you kidding me? They're really going to sit Cody Ceci? Oh, no, I didn't pick him. I almost picked Cody Ceci in my Tim Hortons picks. I hate how they do that. They shouldn't put in scratched players. But welcome in, everyone. As you are coming in, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Let's get those likes up. And we're about to have a real good hockey game. Spaceman, what's going on? Bruins are playing Pens right now. That's right. That's right. And the Bruins, last I checked, they were up 4-2, end of the second period. So we'll be kind of watching that out of the corner of our eye. Such big implications with now Washington winning, Philadelphia winning, and Detroit winning. They are all making a play for that last wild card spot that the Penguins currently sit in. So it is going to kind of drop them out. The Penguins are going to drop out if they lose that game. So that last spot in the in the East is very, very hard to get. All right, let's tune in for the anthems.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Excellent, excellent, excellent rendition. Great job. We only have a couple of games left to go. This is going to be a doozy. Lucas, what's going on? Welcome in. Cannot wait. What are the Oilers going to look like without McDavid in the lineup? McDavid sitting on the sidelines up in the press box for tonight. Will that cause a big problem for the Edmonton Oilers? Will Vancouver take it to them? Now, this game doesn't really... Does it matter? Of course it matters. Nobody likes to lose. But, Does it really matter all that much? Not going to have major implications in the playoff standings. But here we go. Game on. Grogu and Mando, welcome in. John, welcome back in. JDA, what's up, brother? No worries. Hope you guys had a great time. As you're coming in, hit that like button for us.
Canucks zone. Carson Soucy with it. He finds Dakota Joshua. Taking a bump from Adam Henrique. Pouncing on the puck was Fogle, but unable to do anything with it. Henrique helps out. Finding Evander Kane. His centering pass blocked by the big Tyler Myers. Brett Kulak moves up. And his pass is eaten up. Joshua and Garland take off with it. Connor Garland eases the puck ahead, and the Canucks and the Oilers are going to start the first change of this game. Here's Vincent Desharnais. Passing over to Evan Bouchard, looking for Draisaitl, didn't pan out, and pouncing on it this time was JT Miller, unable to get very far, and the first penalty coming up as Desharnais falls to the ice, and now he fell again as JT Miller gave him a shove, and the Oilers
physicality right off the bat here. Emojin, welcome in. Andrew, welcome in.
To come along with him here after he gives Desharnais a pretty good shot afterwards. The trip is the original call on Miller on Desharnais as he drives this one in, gets the stick in between the legs, and the big man takes him down, then boom, puts him down again. Now Bouchard comes in late, gives him a pretty good shot himself, but no penalty on that play. It'll just be Miller heading to the box, and the first power play goes to the Oilers. And when you look at this season series, power play has been instrumental for both of these teams, especially the Vancouver Canucks. They've been outstanding.
So JT Miller going to the box early in this one. The physicality picking up right out of the gate.
4 for 14 against Vancouver this season on the power play, a 28.6 percentage. And now it is Leon Draisaitl taking the face-off here against Elias Lindholm.
B. Disney, welcome back.
By the Canucks and easily cleared all the way down.
I am Grogu.
Leaving it there, and Evan Bouchard starts it off. Bouchard.
I quite enjoy the Oilers.
Taken over by Draisaitl. Teddy Bluger got his stick in the way, and now Leon Draisaitl, a second attempt.
Right now, they can't get out of their own end. Good coverage by the Canucks.
Finding Kane. He walks in. Kane heading towards the net. Reverses. Bouchard.
Right, the Oilers finally getting things set up.
Draisaitl takes it from there. Leon Draisaitl moving away from Lindholm. Draisaitl off the boards, back to the point. Evan Bouchard.
Here's Bouchard. Back
to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl takes a look.
Oh, he bobbled it. He was able to get it back.
Draisaitl. Now moving towards the net, he peels off.
Oh, Ryan, that's
back
awesome.
To the blue line. Evan Bouchard. Draisaitl and Bouchard exchanging passes. Draisaitl now waits, shoots, it flutters away from the net. Hyman looking for it. And the puck comes out of the zone.
It's coming all the way down the ice. 1 minute gone. 1 minute remains. They haven't been able to get much set up. You have season tickets. Nice.
Back in, but no shots on net yet in this power play for Edmonton.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back to Bouchard. Draisaitl again. Moving. He feeds down low. Nugent-Hopkins back to Draisaitl.
Skinner is in net.
Leon Draisaitl.
Hello, Charlie.
Looking, finds an open Kane. Back to Draisaitl.
Cross ice one-timer. Nice save there.
Well, and he has it.
Great save. And that's a real hard pass across from Kane.
Vancouver's goaltender coming across, making quite a nice save. But Draisaitl, boy, did he get lucky bobbling that right at the line. That could have been a very dangerous turnover. But Smith takes it right in the chest and hangs on to it.
And was able to close it up and make that save on the one-timer from Draisaitl.
31 seconds left in the man advantage. The early power play opportunity for the Oilers. Ryan McLeod corralling the puck. Ecamm to Nurse. A blast!
Blast right on open net. Backhander there. Couldn't put it in. Again, this one's side of the net.
To McLeod, back to Nurse. Nurse to Ecamm. Ecamm pressured by Bluger. Ryan McLeod.
Here's McLeod.
He zips a shot.
Oh, jeez.
Perry was in the lane.
Corey Perry almost took that one off the button.
October 14th, Edmonton outshot Vancouver 40-16 in that game. 37 saves for Casey DeSmith. He was outstanding, and he's been dialed early in this one. This shot pass by Darnell Nurse, you see Fogle in front of the net, gets a chunk of it.
DeSmith being tested early here, and he's been real good.
Save by DeSmith. Corey Perry takes a little friendly fire there.
So I think it did. It actually hit Corey Perry off the helmet. He put his head down
Corey
and
Perry will
deflected
be a
it out of
guest,
play.
on After Hours tonight with you and Scott Oakley.
Yeah, the
10
bottom of his
seconds left
blades
on the power
are
play.
dyed blue from being around the front of the net. Always in front of the net.
Fascinating previous 3 seasons for Corey Perry, and I'm sure you guys will get into that.
So Lindholm gets tossed out of the
from
face-off circle.
So Pius Suter comes in. Ryan McLeod directing his defenseman to move up a bit after the drops. Quinn Hughes. Perry trying to take the puck away. Battle behind the Canucks net. 9 seconds of the power play.
There's a long shot right
range
on.
to
That one
Smith,
gets
got
knocked
away.
down.
JT Miller out of the box. 4 shots on net after what seemed like a bit of a
Skinner comes out.
slower
He's going to
start
play this one
in
up.
the first half of that power play.
Yeah, they've got it going for sure with that mentality of getting pucks in the net.
Good
Presence
speed
in
here
front of a
early
couple
on in
real
this
good
game.
saves by DeSmith in tight.
Ryan McLeod.
That's the way to do it, Dallas.
Finds
Split them up.
Holloway coming in the
Here's a
wrister.
shot. Big, juicy
Stop from
rebound.
DeSmith. The Oilers get the
Oilers
puck.
gobbled it up, but they couldn't get another shot.
Nurse. Shot from the blue line.
Now, if you're in the chat, you are earning points. Check your points at any time by doing exclamation mark points.
Protecting it. And Holloway battles to get it back along with Connor Brown.
You can
He
bring
takes
up
a
Oiler
puck from
graphics,
Presser,
Canuck
and the puck comes out of the
graphics,
zone.
all kinds of stuff. You can
And
play
all the way
with
down
all
the ice
stream
for an
raw.
icing call against Vancouver.
A couple good chances again, and good work to keep this play alive in the offensive zone. Warren Fogle had that opportunity on the power play on that redirection. Get to the front of the net. That's important. There's another one that deflects off the net, but then deflects towards it. And then Corey Perry takes a stick up in the face here. No worse for wear. This shot by Darnell Nurse was intended to be off the net so Holloway could deflect it. He gets a piece of it and doesn't miss by much, but a great look by Nurse.
Aaron,
To look
how's
up,
it
find
going?
the stick of
Welcome in.
Holloway and zip it in there for a good tip.
Sam Carrick inserted back into the lineup for Derek Ryan. He's removed from the face-off circle. Janmark is there.
Aaron, you
scramble
must be
draw.
excited you're
Puck
getting
found by
Stone
Carrick.
back.
He slides it ahead. Brown going after it. Hronik arrives as well. Sam Carrick and Hronik now looking for it. Puck found by JT Miller.
Right out in front. Great save. 2 great saves.
Stops in tight. Janmark back to the point. Kulak a blast. He just
The Smith
misses.
has been busy.
The Oilers getting their chances early here, out shooting the Canucks 7-0 so far here in the early stages.
Yeah, they've come out buzzing in this game, and obviously the 3 losses at the start of the year. You look at the start of the year for Edmonton.
Well, Grogo, I got to see what the full matchups would be, but Toronto and in Edmonton would be my first 2 picks.
They've come out hungry.
One from the east, one from the west.
Centering pass goes in front to the other side. McCabe and Cole move it. Oldlander slowed that puck down. Elias Pettersson takes a look. He is
Jansen, what's going on? Welcome in. Therese, welcome.
Pass up ahead didn't work. Zach Hyman
That's
has it
funny,
now.
Jansen.
Pushing the puck into the Canucks.
It's going to be in my
Zadorov in
nightmares.
front of him.
Peanut butter hot dogs.
Hyman with a bump on Pettersson. Draisaitl almost stole it there. Zadorov off the glass and out. Nikita Zadorov now protecting, and he's going to be patient as his team completes a change and he starts to move. Pot Colson back into the lineup.
Chris,
Moved
what's
it
going
forward.
on?
Tyler Myers
Welcome.
with it now. Myers quickly up. Lafferty was in the way. Played the body on Ecamm.
John, I didn't know
Stick
that.
Lifted, puck stolen. Bluger passing.
I like Bouchard a lot.
Comes back to Myers. Quick pass over to Bluger in the corner.
So
Teddy
what is
Bluger
your name then?
cycles it. Myers is there.
What would you like
Tyler
me to
Myers,
call you?
Unable to move it all that far. The Canucks do get it back.
That's
Now
that's
Ecamm
the
a
name
second
that comes up.
opportunity. This time he flutters it up and it ends up into the neutral zone.
Good poise right there by Quinn Hughes. That puck was bouncing, bobbling all the way, and just great hands to knock it down. He had 2 Oilers barreling down.
Well, hello, Noah.
If that puck gets by him, it's a 2-on-0.
I'll try to
Here's
remember
Mattias
that.
Ekholm looking
No
to start it
promises,
off
though.
Now long range stretch pass cut off by Hronik, sent back into the Oilers zone.
One shot
Ekholm
for
with it again
Vancouver
this time.
so far.
He advances along the wall, and it's picked up by Carson Soucy. Philip Hronik finds Garland, makes his way into the Oilers zone, sending it along the wall. Joshua picks it up. Garland behind the net.
Nice
Puck
little
taken
pick there
away.
by
It's
the
McLeod
Oilers.
with it.
Defensively,
Ryan
McLeod doing a good
protecting,
job.
moving it up.
Gonna play this off
The
the
wing,
boards.
and now the puck comes out of the zone. Hronik off the stick of Joshua.
Oh,
deep
Sasha,
into the
that would
Oilers
be
zone.
wild.
Some more physicality there this time between Joshua and Holloway.
Onyx, nice.
Darnell Nurse playing the puck. McLeod got his stick on it. Canucks take control. JT Miller finds Zadorov, and Zadorov Comes in, the big Nikita Zadorov.
Flying down, putting it in front. Look out.
Stolen now by
Edmonton
Perry.
comes away with it.
Came in front of him. Ian Cole takes it and dumps it back in and hit a body. Here's a chance, but the Oilers unable to complete
Rick,
that
no
pass.
kidding, eh?
As Corey Perry was looking to send Sam Carrick in.
Yeah, good job by Suter to get a piece of that one again. That was a lob looking for a breakaway pass to Sam Carrick.
Lucas, I'd love to see the Oilers take this one tonight.
Mid-flight.
Here comes Ilya Mikheyev as he zips that
Mikheyev
shot
puts
on
it
net.
right on. Skinner
stops it and covers
gonna
up.
hold on to that one. Gator, what's going on? Welcome,
great
welcome
pace we
in.
expect
Thanks
to
for
come
joining
into
us.
this
If you're
game
just
with
coming
two
in,
teams
they're
that
going
haven't
to a
seen each other for a
commercial
while.
break, and of course, we'll be right back. If you're just coming in, thank you for tuning in tonight to listen along. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, which I see you're doing, so thank you. And hit that subscribe as well. We're on our way to 16,200, so we appreciate y'all so very much. We're going to have lots of Oilers coverage throughout the playoffs. Hopefully, we're going to get a Canadian team that goes far this year. Whether it's Toronto, whether it's Vancouver, whether it's Edmonton, whether it's Winnipeg. I just want to see a Canadian team get far. We have a lot of them in there. And it looks like Pittsburgh scored again, 4-3 now. Boston is up by 1, 4-3 over the Penguins. This game has huge playoff implications. Of course, with the Red Wings winning, with Washington winning, with Philadelphia winning, Pittsburgh needs to win to hang on to that last wild card spot. A Pittsburgh win over Boston in regulation would also mean the Florida Panthers leapfrog over Boston. It's going to be very, very interesting. I've been to Oilers in Toronto. I haven't actually been to an Oilers game in Edmonton. I've seen them in Toronto. Thank you, Jansen. Whoever beats the Oilers in the playoffs wins according to the last 3 years. Well, hopefully it'll be the Oilers this year. USA, Canada for gold medal world. Oh, Rick, I wish. I think it's, to 5 o'clock Eastern tomorrow? I have a family function we're going to be at, so I won't be able to do that game. But, I might have to kind of sneak into a corner and watch a little on my phone. It's going to be a great one. Canada, U.S. Last time, 0-0 going to overtime. Hopefully the Canadian women can pull it out this time. Interesting. They're holding a towel up in front of Corey Perry. They're doing some work there, but they're holding the towel up so the camera can't see it. Brian Rust's getting jiggy with it with the Macarena. Love it. I think you have to have a cold for tomorrow. Dallas, I'm saving my colds for the playoffs. Here's a big blast from the point. I think it's almost snack time. Here comes Vancouver right in. Skinner with a nice stop. All right, thank you, Gator. Whoa. Let me bring this back up. I apologize.
But here's Quinn Hughes, and he's going to do his
Here's
thing.
Quinn Hughes coming across in front.
Just
Can't
missing
connect.
was Mikheyev on the one-timer. And now Matthias Janmark marching into the Canucks zone, finding Draisaitl. Janmark's going to head off. Here's a blast.
Big blast. Nice
And it is
save.
solved by DeSmith.
Yeah, not an easy one, too, with Zach Hyman barreling down on him right in front. You know, we're not even 10 minutes into this game. We're going to have a goalie pack here on Casey DeSmith because he's been instrumental at the start of this game.
Gotta get
with
the
some
snack.
great saves for the Canucks to
Getting
keep this a
dirty looks.
0-0 game.
Snack time.
He's been really dialed. And Edmonton came out.
Get your snacks going. I got my drinks here. The snack is underway. On its way.
But he handles that blast from Ecamm nicely.
8 shots now for Edmonton, 2
There's
for
top
Vancouver.
line out there against
Thank you very much.
Lindholm.
When you're going to
Trio,
snack,
Joshua.
snack in style.
And Garland has it from center ice. Quickly enters the zone.
Here comes Vancouver. Quick shot, and that one goes out of play.
Rising shot high into the mesh.
The following is a public
So I'll be right back. I'm gonna have this little snack, and I'm gonna I'll still read your comments and chat along. I'm just going to turn off my camera. All right, Onyx. Take care, buddy. A little Haagen-Dazs. Need the energy boosts. So I'm still here. We're just going to turn that off. Good call, Sasham.
Reintroducing themselves to one another. They haven't seen each other for so long. It's almost like it's been a season in between the games.
And the storylines, though, because of all those early games, have followed both of the teams. And you mentioned McDavid being out, and the Canucks eagerly awaiting the return of Thatcher Demko as well. Evan Bouchard puts on the Jets, comes in with speed. And that
good save.
It on a pad stop from DeSmith. Suter moving it to Cole. He connects,
Gator.
and Besser and Miller trying to work their way in. Besser now dumps it in. Skinner out to play it. Matthias Ekholm towards Kane. Bluger has it. He flips it forward. Bouchard protecting against Besser. And now this puck comes out in front, but Henrique was there for the Oilers to handle it. Here's Warren Fogle. Fogle sending the puck along the wall. Cole racing to it, as is Kane. Puck was midair momentarily. Kept in at the line. Nurse has that shot get away. Henrique takes it, and Cody Ceci winds up. It's blocked. And that was Vasily Podkolzin using the body there to
Interesting. So they listed Cody Ceci as not playing. He's clearly in the game.
Against the Canucks.
Good skating game early on here already by both teams, and Edmonton came out, were the ones generating most of the chances. Now it's starting to get a little more contested. Good block right here by Podkolzin, not to allow that to get through. Good battle here between two veteran players, Ian Cole and Evander Kane, on the wall, and that's just par for the course. When these two teams meet up, it just seems it starts to get tougher and tougher and tougher as the game goes on. They'll start to remember, oh yeah, I remember you guys. Let's go.
Here comes Zach Hyman cutting to the middle. Hyman sticking with it. Hyman, 53 goals, career high for him. Ian Cole getting in between the Oilers' passes. Bluger is able to clear the puck out of the zone. Canucks are able to complete a change as Cody Ceci has it. He's back into the lineup after missing Friday night's game against Arizona. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins corralled the puck and sent it ahead. It's Philip Hronek over to Quinn Hughes. Hughes finds Mikheyev. Hoglander heading to the net. Mikheyev 6 snaps in half. And that allows the Oilers to come away with it. McLeod knocked down neatly by Corey Perry. The official was in the lane too, but Corey Perry now knocked down to the ice. Dylan Holloway looking for space. Desharnais keeps it at the blue line, and the puck redirected up over top of the net.
Smith didn't see that one once it changed directions. He
Curtis, welcome in.
Big.
Hughes and Hoglander. This is Garland now putting it right on target. Steered aside by Skinner. Perry to McLeod. And McLeod sends it to an open corner. Is Smith directing it back to that same corner as Myers finds Garland. Garland moving in. Lindholm takes it. Just missed it as Dakota Joshua now has it on his stick. Joshua, who missed some time with an injury, averaging 5.5 hits a game since coming back. Leading the Canucks in hits is Dakota Joshua and Myers.
Impressive with how he's been able to jump right back in the lineup and have an impact. That physical game always relies on that to get himself going, but providing points as well. Real chemistry with Garland.
That's for sure.
Third line right
that was
now
good ice
Lindholm,
cream.
a big body that goes to the net creates a lot of trouble for you in the offensive zone.
It's got an icing call.
Icing
7:30 to go. Period number one.
Ways into the zone. Edmonton's done a nice job here to limit that time of the Vancouver Canucks, but you can see they're trying to put
Looking
pucks
in the
behind. Rick
Penguins
Tocchet, a
game,
little
just under
this
11
morning,
minutes to
wasn't the
go.
morning skate, but
Boston
good to go in the
4-3
game
over
tonight.
Pittsburgh.
And we felt he was going to be there from.
That's right. Gotta have the grub.
On the Vancouver side saying he
Little
just
caramel
wasn't gonna be on the
Haagen-Dazs.
bench or on the ice for practice this morning.
Saturday night treat.
A hard-nosed player in his career that can put pucks in the net, fight anyone. He wants his team to kind of have that mentality too. Play a hard game, be difficult to
Go
play
for
against. Team mentality.
Knock down Vancouver in the slot.
Even coaches can be
pull that shot off.
You knew he wasn't going to miss this one.
It's Connor Brown now. Pushing that puck. Hughes sending it back to center ice. Sent in by Lafferty. Podkolzin blowing a tire in the neutral zone. He's headed off to the bench. Just over 7 minutes to go in this period that has just flown by. Both of these teams, they're strong at scoring in the first. It's
Smith going to hang on to it. SNL. I haven't watched SNL.
Well, both of these teams
forever.
fans crazy right now, winding down.
Thank you for hitting that like button. If you're listening along in ninja mode, make sure you hit that subscribe as well. They're going to go to a commercial break. It's been a back and forth period, but the Oilers seem to have the advantage if you go based on shots on goal. Face-offs are dead even, 50-50, but Vancouver is out hitting them right now. Trevor, what's going on? Was watching you call Leafs game on the Xbox. Shane Matthews didn't hit 70. Yeah, it was good to see Sammy bounce back. Hopefully they let Matthews play next week on the Florida trip. I get it, resting him, but give him a chance to hit 70. Let him play in the first game, and if he hits 70, let him sit for the rest. Or maybe even just let him go get changed and not come back. But let him at least play to hit 70. It's been a long, long time. Thanks for doing the Oilers game. I wasn't at the Vegas. Oh, you were at the Vegas game. Nice. And you're very welcome, Trevor. Thank you for all your support. It's much appreciated. We're going to try and have lots of Oiler coverage throughout the playoffs once we see what the schedule is going to be, and we can start scheduling a bunch of the first round of matchups. But it's going to be a lot of fun. But right now, the Oilers suffering a little bit without McDavid. Said not very many people right now because they're looking good. Yesterday, they struggled. They lost to the soon-to-be extinct Coyotes. They're trying to come back and redeem themselves against a much tougher Vancouver team. Vancouver has won all 3 matchups so far this year, 8-1, 4-3, and 6-2. So the Oilers trying to get one.
Points behind the Canucks.
As we back from commercial break. Sasham, I am going to do a prediction as soon as all the matchups are set. We are going to do a recording. Definitely get that posted before the playoffs.
The Predators have cooled a bit lately, but they have been the hottest team in the league perhaps since mid-February, so I'm not sure how much of a reward first place would be, Harnerline.
Yeah, it sure is interesting and that tight in the Pacific and the Western Conference race overall.
Be careful.
Yeah, he definitely wants to be ready for playoffs.
An easy matchup anywhere in the league right now.
Well, and the travel as well playing a factor. Some of the cities closer geographically as Pettersson waits.
Trevor coming in 5 gifted memberships. Trevor, thank you so much. Sasham's cooking, collecting. Mr. Obviously, Lynn, Austin, thank you so much. Congratulations on your memberships. Trevor, thank you so kindly. Get some stick taps going.
Far behind him now. Garland joins, quickly pressured by Henry. Moves out with it. He's going to send it right on target to Smith.
We got under 6 minutes to go in period number 1 here.
The puck sent up. And now Skinner leaving it there into the hands of Matthias Ekholm. Adam Henrique looking for
thank you so much, Trevor.
Here's
Here's Bouchard with a shot. Nice save. Rebound is there. Right to Bouchard. He passes it over. Ekholm takes a blast. Wow, DeSmith has been great. Oil collector, what's going on?
Adam Henrique fighting for space. Draisaitl.
Oh, Trevor, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Nick, what's going on? Yeah, the Devils are toast, my friend, unfortunately. Who knew Philadelphia would finally get a win? Endgame, what's going on? Welcome in.
92 first period goals, tops in the league. Edmonton with 85, second in first.
23 shot attempts for the Oilers, 5 for Vancouver right now in this first period. Wow.
Hughes sends it to Hronek. Philip Hronek flips this one all the way down. JT Miller was there. Miller has it.
Passing it off. Quick shot, and that one goes over the net.
As the 40-goal scorer had a look there, Besser.
All set up by a good look by Hronek. He put that off the wall intentionally.
Suter fighting for a take.
Oh, Andrew, no problem at all.
Besser back over to Suter.
Hey, hockey is hockey.
Or do they? Here's Besser. To Miller
Vancouver
now.
setting things
Hronek
up.
wanted it. Miller keeps, shoots.
Big shot block.
Miller, cross ice, knocked down neatly by Hughes as the Canucks now are applying pressure. JT Miller takes it. Hughes moves
Hughes,
up, trying to
nice
get
little
past
move,
the
walking in.
pass in front. Hronek pushes it. Besser gets there. Now the Oilers with a chance. And Corey Perry sends it up as the Oilers come out of their own.
3:50 to go in the first
dodging a
period
bullet
now.
there.
Canucks back to pick it up.
By the Canucks. One great chance by Besser, the guy you want to have the puck on his
Oh.
stick in the slot.
Those are the
Nice
worst.
pass by Miller on a real heads-up play by Hronek.
Here's a shot right on. Skinner with a nice save. Vancouver back with the puck.
Zadorov sending it to the corner.
Skinner
Olsen there, now behind the net. Sam
finally
Lafferty
facing some shots, and he is looking good.
gets it back to the point.
Back to the line.
Zadorov,
Here's
one
another
timer from
blast.
Cole. He missed. Lafferty
Skinner
takes the puck.
repositioning,
Sam
coming around.
Lafferty
Thank
looks.
you for hitting
Ian
that
Cole now.
subscribe.
Point shot.
That was going to be
redirected
deflected
wide.
into the glass. Oilers
Brown
can't get it out of their
moving
own
it,
end right
and
now.
puck picked up. It was available. Bluger got to it first. Ian Cole
Oh,
sending it
Emojin,
back.
you're very welcome.
Best sequence
Gotta love
here in
our
the first
hockeys
period for the Canucks.
Yeah,
on
follow up
Saturday
a good shift.
nights.
One shift goes out there, creates a
DC
couple
back with it,
chances.
gives it away. They come out in front. What a save!
Stop from Skinner.
Oh, Skinner with a glove save. That was outstanding.
Created a few themselves. Follow it up.
Here comes Mikheyev trying to get past Janmark. Mikheyev now as the Oilers take control, but they are not able to clear. Myers moves the puck up. Myers gets it back. A quick shot on net, and that
And
one is
Skinner's gonna
swallowed
hold
and
on.
held
Wow.
by Skinner.
What
Couldn't
a
have held on to that
save.
puck tight enough. The pressure by Vancouver here after
That
one
was
good shift,
absolutely
great follow-up shift, and this is the
intense.
pressure of Bluger behind
Coming
the
out
puck,
from
turns
behind,
over,
right in the
slot
slot,
shot
point
again.
blank by
Mikheyev
Ilya
denied.
Mikheyev.
Skinner.
And Skinner absolutely robs him. That was incredible. Holy moly. I mean, Skinner, from what we've watched, Skinner has been so up and down. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. Excuse me. Skinner's been so up and down, but boy, oh boy, that save was absolutely incredible. Yeah, Trevor, I mean, what a story, Jack Campbell. You got to feel for that guy, right? They bring him in. He just doesn't cut it. You send him down, and he still struggles. Alozo, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you can find some time tonight to talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about it at the first intermission. Yeah, absolutely. And that's coming up in about 2.5 minutes. Oh my goodness. I still can't get over that point blank glove save. Skinner. Oh, that was some serious speed to get that glove up there so fast. But yeah, what do you do with Campbell in the offseason? I mean, it is so unfortunate. He's such a good guy. Such a good guy. Just has some head issues, right? When he gets in his own head, he struggles. And we saw it with Toronto. And, you know, it's kind of led to a bit of his downfall. Kayabara King, Toronto's clinched a playoff spot. Yes, they have. And I believe with the 1 point, they have clinched third place as well. And it looks like Boston has scored again. Boston up 5-3 now over Pittsburgh. That one is going to be all but done. So here we go, back from commercial break.
And find him.
Puck ricochets out of play here.
Chances happening fast, though. It's incredible. The forecheck of both teams is what's really
Yeah,
set things in
because you never
motion.
know, right? When you
For
move
Luger on
somebody,
that last
listen, I
chance, he
thought
just
the
comes
Leafs
in
were
so
going to be stuck
aggressive,
with
stops
Peter
on that
Mrazek,
puck once it gets lost,
but then
and
they
it's right to
found
the slot.
Chicago and
Two
were
real
able
good
to
slot chances for the Vancouver Canucks
move
after
him over
not
for
really being able to generate a whole lot.
next
They
to
generate
nothing,
maybe
which
the
is
two best ones we've
which
seen
is nice,
from the
right? They
slot.
kind of unloaded that bad
Both
contract.
goalies
So
putting a
you never
stamp
know.
on
There's
it
people out there
early.
that are willing to take a
Henderson
chance.
taking the draw against Draisaitl. To the left of Stuart Skinner. New career highs in starts and wins for Skinner this season.
2:27 to go.
They drop the puck and the Canucks win the draw. It's Tyler Myers winding
Back
up,
to the line.
firing,
Here's a
and
blast.
it's in
Nice
Skinner's
save,
glove, and
Skinner
we've got
again.
A bit of pushing and shoving, or a conversation between
Hoglander
Ekholm
was
and
really in
Hoglander.
front
Good
there.
battle in front, good boxing out by Ecamm, good shot by Myers, and you have to do that in front of your Ecamm.
Is it just me, or every time I say Hoglander, I think of Homelander from the boys?
Side, allow Skinner to see that puck. Then they have a few words after.
It's Hyman getting on that puck.
Hyman
making
coming
a
around.
move.
Nice move. How do you know
Hyman
Homelander?
in the corner. Working into Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to find some space. He was almost 1 against 4 there. And Canucks take the puck, and Hoglander sends it to the other side. It's Ekholm now. Trying to get away from McKayev. Ekholm sent the puck up. It's
Lozo, I would
hands of
tend
Phil
to agree
Peroni.
with you there.
Quinn Hughes has it now.
Hughes with it.
Quinn Hughes, patient. Started
1:45 to go. No score.
As Connor
Here they
Garland
come.
to
Right up.
Joshua,
Quick
and
shot.
didn't
And that
miss
one
by
sails
much.
just wide. Boy,
Joshua
they
with
came
an
close.
opportunity, and he's
Prep,
got the
what's
puck,
going
comes down
on?
the
Welcome
one-timer.
in.
Pad stop from
I
Skinner.
hope all
Garland
went
again
well
lining up this
tonight,
time. He
and it was a
passes,
good time
and
for
Hughes
all.
moves up to try to keep the play alive
Good
for
to
the
see you.
Canucks. Under 90 seconds to go in the first period. It's
Here's a race for it.
He's got
Edmonton
Kane
coming
heading
in,
to the net.
trying to thread the needle with a
By
pass.
Quinn
Can't
Hughes.
do it.
What a great recovery by Hughes.
And now Hughes knocked down to the ice. Kane misfires.
Kane, he fans on
Kane,
it.
Another opportunity.
Pass across. That
Henrik
one
tips it
tried
wide.
going for
Kulak has
deflection,
moved
not
up.
there.
Brett Kulak
Down around behind the net.
looking for time and space. It is Kane.
Kane feeding it across. Here's a shot right on. Rebound is there. Oh, they can't scoop it in the empty net.
And now it's Besser who
This
clears
comes
it.
out last minute of play in this period.
What opportunities
One
there.
more show tomorrow. Awesome.
Both teams on the search for the
Very
go-ahead
cool.
goal. It is Evander Kane. Sending the puck ahead.
This is
Ian
going to be
Cole
dumped in.
checking left and
Again,
right.
if you haven't hit that like yet, hit that like. We're
JT Miller
5
takes
likes
it.
away from 50. So thank you all
Miller
so
sending
very
it in.
much.
Suter.
Down in the
Physical
corner,
on
keeping
Kulak.
it in.
The puck
30
comes the
seconds
near
to go.
side.
Oh gosh,
30
Hayden.
seconds to go in the first. Zadorov with a big hit on Corey Perry. He's knocked down to the ice. Miller to Cole. It's Zadorov who takes it.
Here's
Nikita
Vancouver.
Zadorov.
Turning this around, starting to
Moving
come up.
in is
18
Lafferty.
seconds. Here's a
Lafferty
shot. They score. Canucks strike first.
And the
Wow,
Canucks
how many
scoring
times do
again
we
for the
see
first
late
time,
period goals?
Opening the scoring for the 51st time this season.
Yeah, weathering the storm of Edmonton.
With
and a couple
15
great saves
seconds
right
left to
before
go
this again
in the period,
by Casey
Vancouver
DeSmith. Transitional play against
finds the
Lafferty
back of the
down
net.
that side. He just kind of is able to walk to the inside of that dot. So a little too much room once he's on the entry. You can
And
see
it's
him kind of
none
step
other
in, step in,
than the
picks
Cookie
his spot,
Monster
beats Stuart
himself,
Skinner
Sam
with a hard wrist
Lafferty.
far side. 1-0 Vancouver. Quick transitional play, and there was the play in the neutral zone by Zadorov to get that puck up quickly to Lafferty on the transition, allows him to step into a good shooting spot and find the back of the net.
Dying seconds
Oh,
here
yes.
of the first period.
Crap, it was
A
not
hard-fought
good.
First 20 minutes of this one. but
Oh,
the
maybe
Canucks
I removed
with the
that
lead.
redeem. Brian, what's going on? All right, period
Well,
has
kinda how
come
these
to an
games have
end.
gone, isn't it?
We'll get that goal updated. Well, you know what? We'll just do it now real quick. Let me add the goal to the board. Sam Lafferty picks up the first one, his 13th. Lafferty, his 13th of the year, and that's going to be from Zadorov. That's his 14th assist. And Miller picking up his 66. All right, there we go. We can just leave it on this screen. We don't need to flip back over to, we don't need to flip to the other screen. We'll just leave it here. So the question was brought up, and a few people asking the question about Arizona moving to Utah. So we started this. Oh yes, prep. So the winner was Peter Grisham, Grishmore. It was Peter. We all know Peter. Peter won it. Peter won the commemorative special hockey puck. So that's congrats to Peter. We'll have a couple more to give out next week. So here we go. This is what happened. We started talking about it last week on Thursday, and the rumors were the NHL had drafted 2 different schedules for next year. One with them in Arizona, one with them in Utah. And then all of a sudden things started heating up, right? Talk started coming out about that excuse me, that the ownership groups were actually having more meetings, that a deal was imminent. Then it kind of came out that there was a deal was done. The Arizona organization released a statement today saying that even though there's all these rumors swirling around, they can't officially announce anything. However, it also came out, and it was Frank Cervelli, I believe, was reporting on a lot of this, came out saying they've officially told the players now that they will be moving next season, and that after the Arizona last game of this season, they're all going to go down to Utah to check out the city, the facilities, meet the group. There's obviously a ton of paperwork and lawyers and all that stuff that have to go in to make sure it's final. But right now, the word on the street is it's a done deal, just going through its kind of final reviews and approval. So it's always unfortunate to see a franchise leave. And of course, we saw an ECHL franchise shut down this year as well. But, it looks like it's happening. And, I know, Aloza, you kind of mentioned it's not a fan problem. I agree. There are a lot of diehard fans there. But even when they went, and again, I don't know the layout, right, where Mullet Arena is compared to everywhere else. But Mullet Arena, holds 5,000 people. A lot of the games, they weren't even filling Mullet Arena. So I don't know, was it just a matter of kind of protesting about not having a good team? Whatever the case was, but it's tough. Fans in Arizona will pack Mullet Arena Wednesday night. I've been told there will be a lot of unhappiness toward Axmerel. Yeah, and I think it goes even beyond that. The NHL obviously has put a lot of work into trying to make Arizona work, right? First there was that entertainment complex, and there was trouble paying bills, and then they try to make things work, and they ship out to Mullet Arena, and they talk about now this big group of body of land that they were going to put a bid on, and the mayor coming out saying he doesn't support it. Like, there was just so much against them. And apparently one of the other stories that has broken just recently was that Arizona was not paying their hotel bills, which is problematic, and that a lot of the hotel chains had got together to say that if they were going to stay in their hotels, they would have to pay in advance by certified check, which is crazy, right there. So I don't know what was going on with that ownership group and Morello and whatnot, but just not good. Hamilton or Quebec? Well, Brian, I agree. Probably would have been better locations. They needed something quick. They needed something fast. There were obviously plans already with Utah. We kind of talked about it early in the season that Utah had expressed interest in a franchise and was practically ready to go. So I think as soon as this season is done, it will officially be announced. The new ownership group is committed, and from what I'm hearing, they were ready to make big moves in this offseason to kind of put a decent team out on the field. But I think that's the only reason kind of why, well, one of the reasons why Utah got this so quickly is because they're ready to go. They have the facility. They have a fan base with the Utah Jazz that wouldn't surprise me that they're going to leverage with ticket deals and whatnot to get a good base started there. But like we see in any city, when they first go, a new franchise builds up, they do very, very well. Mullet is on the campus of there's the mayor nearby Scottsdale flip-flopped on what he said yesterday. Interesting. Oh, I didn't realize it was right on campus. That's pretty cool. But it looks like it's going to happen. I think the NHL still wants to see stuff going on. Ooh, we have a special guest. Let me hang on. I got to get a camera up on this scene. So let me see if we can bring in this special guest. You're going to see two of me for a second, but you don't want to see two of me. Hello, Sam. Hi, Sam. Hey, it's Sam. No, it's Sam. All right, enough of that. We'll put this one over here, and we're going to bring this on. Wow, this is really weird. I could be doing this in preview mode, but that would be too much fun. All right, please welcome in. There she is. Dallas Hockey Girl. What's up, Dallas?
Hey, I'm not staying. I know you got lots of hockey to talk about. I just wanted to crash the stream for a minute and just say woo woo on 10,000 and then a woo woo on 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just like I haven't had a chance to come on and just say awesome stuff, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hang on, I got to fix your border. There we go. It was like weird for a second. Why does that do that? Look, I can make it jump. All right.
Am I in frame? Am I centered?
There we go. I don't know. That was weird. All right. But yeah, welcome and thank you so much. And congratulations to you just as much as to me. You've been obviously a huge, huge part of what we do. So I appreciate it. It's been a fun ride. And unlike Arizona, no, I was just kidding.
Poor Arizona.
I wasn't going to really make an Arizona joke, but it's been a lot of fun. Trevor. Yeah, Trevor, it's been a while.
You, Trevor. Thank you, so sweet. I worked, I have to think back in my memory banks. I worked in Arizona in 2007, and I don't recall if the Coyotes were there, but I don't recall anybody talking about hockey when I was there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's funny because I was there. Who was that? Hayden. Well timed, Hayden. Well timed. 6-4 of the final, and Boston wins it. Wow. So
wow.
I was there. My gosh, it was it 10 years ago, 15 years? It was a long time ago. And I tell you, when I got to
beautiful spot.
I was in old Scottsdale, I think.
That sounds right. I was in Cottonwood, so it was about 3 hours from Phoenix, a couple hours from Flagstaff. So I wasn't in any big place, like any big city or anything. It was pretty small, kind of medium sized. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. So I did go and see the Grand Canyon and all that kind of cool stuff. I did some sightseeing that way, but I didn't hear anybody talking about hockey.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And I'll tell you, when you land there and you're in the airport and it's nice and air conditioned, and as soon as you walk out those doors, when I went to wait for the cab, it just hits you, went like a wall. And it was absolutely incredible. The media coverage here in Arizona sucks for support. 24/7. I believe that, right? I would believe that wholeheartedly. But I tell you, it was cool, taking the taxi to the office where I was working out of. It was amazing to see all the cactuses and the deserts. And, and it was so cool. And then after when we got to go to the hotel, I loved it. It was absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful spot.
And just
Beautiful
nothing like it. I
spot.
remember being in the car, and every day when we go for a drive, because I knew somebody who actually lived not far that drove down, so we had access to a car. And we were all taking
Nice.
pictures of the temperature on the dashboard because it was like 105, 108.
Oh, yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
got to 114 was the highest.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. And of course,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had the best souvenir of all time. So I got to set this up. I broke my toe in Arizona, so I have the souvenir of bringing home a broken toe. The thing I love at our resort, it was all kind of outdoors. You had the main building, but then you kind of walk across to the rooms, and the rooms were in separate buildings, but all the halls, everything is outside.
Yes.
And so one morning, you wake up, and because time zones, right? When we wake up on the East Coast, people are already working for 2 hours. So I take out my BlackBerry. Yes, this was days of the BlackBerry. And, I'm scrolling through and I'm checking
President
everything.
Obama had a BlackBerry. They're cool.
There you go. And you kind of walk out, and we had to walk down, I don't know, was it 5 steps, go across kind of the driveway, and then up another 5 steps to go into the hotel. And I'm going down. I was going down the steps, and then I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention, and I missed a step, and I slipped, and I went. And it's hot, so I'm wearing sandals, and I went through my sandal and jammed my toe into the step. And yeah, I remember. How old are you? 75, right, Chris?
I'm
remember,
feeling that as you're telling me. I'm feeling that in my foot.
Limping, limping over to breakfast, and we sit down, and it's, of course, bacon and eggs, hash browns, the classic breakfast. And I said to the waiter, I said, thank you for everything. Do you have like a bag of ice? And he's like, oh, do you need to take it to your room? I'm like, no, I think I hurt my toe and I need some ice. And so he didn't have a bag or anything. He just brought me a glass with ice. So I dumped it in a napkin, fold up the napkin, and I'm sitting there, eating breakfast, holding this napkin of ice on my foot. And
I could just picture that.
It made for a real long day. Because I don't know if anyone in the chat has broken a toe before, but I couldn't walk. It was excruciating to walk on.
They hurt.
When we got to our location for work at lunchtime, everyone was going down. They were going wherever. I'm like, please, someone just pick me up something and bring it back.
Yeah, I can't walk. Yeah, I can't walk. Yep.
Let's go.
No, I had
Thank you for the subscribe.
My contract in Arizona was in the summer, so I hear you with the heat. But because it's the desert, as soon as the sun goes down, it would be great. And we were in my apartment complex, would be in the hot tub, whatever. But there was barbecues. You couldn't have one on your balcony or anything for safety, but there were ones in the complex that you could use. So a bunch of us would get together, and it's like, I'll bring this salad. I've got steak. So we just have a cookout. Well, when you go to the grocery store, hey, Zilo, you had to be very strategic at the grocery store. Get all your groceries, and then you would get your carton of ice cream last, go to the checkout and go because but you could only imagine how hot the car is by the time you get to your car after you've been shopping, and then it's directly home. You can't make another stop if you have ice cream or some kind of dairy product in your car when you are in Arizona in the summer. You had to be so strategic. It was fun, but a beautiful place. And I think I have the cactus pictures too, and all of that kind of stuff.
It certainly did. There was an Italian place. I wish I knew the name to give them a shout out, but it was in Old Scottsdale. It's got to be the only Italian place there. It was some of the best Italian I've had. I mean, just their sauce was phenomenal. But yeah, it was great. Listen, I would go back. It's just, you got to kind of follow the unwritten rules, right? When you're going to the pool, you got to stay on the little turf paths. You can't step on the actual cement or floor because you'll burn your foot. You just kind of learn what works and does not.
You always have your flip flops. You just always have your flip flops. That's just the way it goes. But yeah, like I say,
I think there was a bar we went to called Tacos and Tequila. It was a great spot. A great spot.
I'm sure. Very not Tex-Mex, because that's more Texas, but yeah, very Southwest.
Yeah.
Very Southwest with the Mexican food. Yes. But yeah, I never heard any hockey talk in Arizona. When I worked in Winnipeg, however, I lived in Winnipeg at a time where the Jets weren't there. It was in between the time where they left and before they came back. So many people were talking about how they had season tickets and they would go to all the games and all of it, that they were so mad that the team left and they were so excited when the team came back.
Time to go to Wendy's and get your Frosties. Yeah. Oh, I wish. I just had my Haagen-Dazs, so I'm good on ice cream for now.
Yes, the Leafs did get 4 goals, so we can have Frosties. However, sadly, that game, I was worse than Dad cursing at the TV. We were so close.
Oh,
game, we were so close, and Matthews was so close to getting the big goal. Like, I'm like, dude, they got the gold balloons in the stands. Like, what the hell? Come on.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. One good thing about Arizona, you can barbecue 365 days a year. Oregano's is locally owned Italian. Oregano's, I think that's it. I think that's the place. That sounds really familiar to me. That would be really funny if that is actually the place. All right. I think they're getting ready for period number 2.
Well, I didn't mean to take up the whole thing. I wanted to just say congratulations and go hockey, go.
Thank you so much, Dallas. I appreciate it.
I enjoy. We be up late, hockey fans. We're only getting started.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think that is the place. I think Oregano's is it. I think that is spot on. Gretzky 92 will never ever be broken. Gretzky is
that's sacred.
The best.
That is sacred. Gretzky's records are sacred. I think much as everybody's kind of cheering for Ovechkin, you know what? Gretzky's records are sacred. Just leave it alone.
I'm trying to see if there are some pictures of inside of this place, because I remember very much what it looked like inside, and I'm trying to see
if it's still open.
If this is they got a website. All right, period number 2 is starting now. Dallas, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Good night, all.
All right, thank you so much. Dallas coming in to join us. Period number 2, here we go. UWU, welcome in. Vancouver used to have Portofino's pizza. They would toss the dough in the air and play. Oh, that's crazy. His assist record is safe for sure. As long as he keeps some records. Smile Mark, what's going on? We got a penalty right off the bat here. Vancouver going to the box. Oilers on the power play. Prep with the super chat. Dallas rules. All hail Dallas. Thank you, Prep, and I don't disagree. Because if I did, Dallas would get mad at me. I'm just kidding. I do agree with you. All right, here we go. Oilers on the power play.
Quickly to Evander Kane, down low. Draisaitl accepts the pass. Leon Draisaitl checking his options, waits. And now Draisaitl has it back from Nugent Hopkins. Back to the point, Bouchard to Kane. Kane advances, Cole got his stick in the way and directed it up and out of play.
Yeah, good pressure again in the corner. Almost a little double team on Draisaitl, a little give and go to try and find some space, and then a good stick by Cole. The veteran defenseman deflected up over top of the glass. And right here you can see Bluger, he's all the way down that corner, then he has to hustle back to the blue line for the D-to-D, and then Cole with a good read on that attempted pass down low.
Draisaitl pushing it back. He gets it back from Bouchard. Draisaitl creeping forward. Draisaitl sticking with it. Trying to go top shelf to Smith. The shoulder stop. Draisaitl to the blue line.
Right,
gets
Chris.
It back from Bouchard. Draisaitl down low. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard, one-timer blast to Smith. It sticks to him, and he hangs on.
Good save. Good shot by Bouchard, too. All set up in motion. Draisaitl around the world. He tries to go short side, elevate up over top and bank it in. Nice little fake that he's going to shoot. Right here, you can see DeSmith is down, gets an arm on that one. And then Draisaitl to Nugent Hopkins, who finds Bouchard for the one-timer right down the middle, and DeSmith swallows it up.
Face off now to the left of DeSmith. Draisaitl getting set. JT Miller on the other side. Miller directing traffic a bit here. The Oilers 10 for 34 in the past 12 games at home prior to tonight, 29.4%. Here's Nugent Hopkins, who waits, and now the pass got away from Bouchard. Kane knocked down the ice. Nugent Hopkins had the puck come out in front, but couldn't get a shot away. Draisaitl avoiding a check. Draisaitl feeding down low, and it's Evander Kane who moves up by now. Sharp angle pass from Draisaitl out front didn't pan out, and the Oilers are forced to retreat. Draisaitl takes it, and now he leads the charge. Slowing it down, puck stolen. It's Pettersson who clears it all the way down the ice. Skinner leaving it for Bouchard. 35 seconds left in the Myers minor. Oilers' second power play unit members, some of them out there. McLeod knocked down by Cole.
You saw him in the OHL.
Has it for the Canucks.
That's pretty exciting.
Pass in front, knocked down neatly by Bouchard, and now referee blowing a whistle here as the penalty you mentioned is called. Louis.
Yeah, good penalty killing here by the Vancouver Canucks, and it's going to be evened up here for 17 seconds. Here's the turnover in zone, and as Soucy's just trying to chop this one into a good area and a safe area, it goes right to Nugent Hopkins, who can't handle it with the
Not
skate
old,
as he
just seasoned, just seasoned.
fumbles into the corner. Too many men is going to be the call, it looks like, here for Edmonton.
Ryan, I would wear it.
You look at the right of your screen, you're going to see
I really wanted to buy a Panthers championship hat when they won the East, but I couldn't believe how expensive they were, and they sold out so fast. Brett Matthews did score tonight. He picked up his 69th goal.
Seconds of 4-on-4 hockey.
So we got some 4-on-4 hockey.
Lindholm and Henrique in the face-off.
Yeah, Ryan, absolutely. I would wear it. I would appreciate that.
Lindholm tossed.
Thank you.
Mcdavid moves in. Hughes and Hronek switching sides. Lindholm a right-hand face-off man, and Mcdavid left-handed with his stick as it's Desharnais to Henrique. Desharnais moving way up there.
Coming cross-ice
to the
pass.
corner. Janmark
Trying to
lifting the stick
find
of Hughes, and
where we stayed in
as Myers comes out
Arizona.
of the box. Pass accepted. Henrique is in. Checks to see who's with him. Adam Henrique wasting some of the Canucks power play time here, playing keep away. Hronek has it. Janmark tried to get it back, and now it's Elias Pettersson handing it off to the Canucks captain. It's Quinn Hughes starting it off. Hughes moves it back, taken back by Pettersson, who comes into the zone, handing it off to JT Miller. Nurse using the long reach to slow that down. Besser back to the blue line. Hughes couldn't handle it.
Here he comes. Vogel almost a breakaway.
The Oilers unable to get anything going there on a shorthanded opportunity. Under a minute to go now. The bench minor for the Oilers, as it's Connor Garland maneuvering. His pass, though, couldn't connect with one of his teammates, and it's sent out by Foegele. Canucks with 3 power play goals in their past 2 games. Had more success as of late as Connor Garland. This time he dumps it in. Besser got there first. Brock Besser tried to push it back to the blue line. Unable to do so. There's a battle here along the boards. Puck stuck. Canucks switching up some of their players. Now just over 10 seconds to go in the Canucks power play as the puck is still there. Now Höglander, who tried to move it. Oilers come up with it, and it's Janmark. With Perry set to get back on the ice, and he is. Janmark handing it off. A pass over to Corey Perry. Couldn't get a shot away. Now he
Trying
tried
to bank it in.
off
Nice
to Smith.
save.
And DeSmith hangs on.
Good look right into the box for Corey Perry. A nice pass from Brown.
Alonso, yeah, if I'm ever back down that way, you bet.
See the pressure here, and as this puck turns
You
over,
bet.
Vogel takes off. Great recovery.
I'm trying
again by
so
Quinn
hard
Hughes, who
to
can just
find
put it in high gear. This pass
if this
a little
was the
off
place
mark
I was at.
From Brown to Perry coming out of the box, but he's able to handle it and then tries to bank it off into Smith. And looks to the sky after that one. Had him out of his net, and there was some room in behind him.
Oilers top line out there now. Draisaitl and Lafferty in the face-off circle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was at Old
Zadorov
Town
waiting for the puck.
Scottsdale.
It comes to him. He tries to clear. Podkolzin helping out. Off the boards and out. Lafferty with the game's lone goal so far. Zach Hyman takes it. Finds Bouchard, who enters the zone. Puts on the brakes. Looks.
Alonso,
Feeds
are you
ahead,
far
goal.
from Old Town
Moving it
Scottsdale?
quickly. Bouchard keeps the play alive. It lands
Not
on
that I
the
really
blade
know
of
many
Ryan
other
Nugent-Hopkins.
places.
The Canucks are able to get the puck out of the zone. Evan Bouchard challenged by Podkolzin.
Yeah, CeeLo, it's slowed down a little bit from what it was,
Takes it now.
but still cooking.
And Evan Bouchard starting it off slowly here.
We'll take everyone.
Now to Kulak. Kulak moves in. Kulak from the corner.
Oilers coming right out in front. Jam play, they couldn't get it in.
Jam it home. Mikheyev. He lifts the puck out. Falls in front of Nurse. Sending it to Draisaitl. And now the Canucks are able to come into the Oilers zone with
Sam Lafferty
control.
has the only
Mikheyev,
goal of the game so
as the
far
puck
at this
bounces
point.
away, Nurse takes it. Pedersen moving to it. Perry in front of him. He pokes it back. Kulak quickly pressured. Hoglander and Pedersen work, and they get the puck back up top. It's Quinn Hughes. Hughes doing his thing. Here comes
Hughes
Quinn
is
Hughes.
working,
Sharp
sending it in
angle,
front.
pass and it's recovered by Draisaitl.
Again, if you're just coming in late, McDavid not in tonight's game.
He sure can, and
We got a
whistle
whistle.
here at the Canucks blue line.
Got a broken windshield?
So the Oilers trying to get things going. Vancouver keeping them at bay, holding them off. Michael, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's Glendale. Oh yeah, okay, not far from the. Yeah, I remember. And that's where did they end up building that huge entertainment complex in Glendale? So they're saying he has a lower body injury, but he was skating and he was looking okay. So I have a feeling it's more precautionary. They're sitting him out for, because he still looked like he was moving pretty good.
4 goals and 5 assists for Quinn Hughes, 9 points in his past 5 games.
Cook up Sandberg.
Bouchard moving into Ecamm. Dylan Holloway unable to slide the puck out. It comes back towards him. And now it's Ryan McLeod who skates up. McLeod pushing that puck along the boards. Taken over by the Canucks. It's Connor Garland as he eases the puck into the Oilers' territory, and the Vancouver
He'll be
Canucks
fine.
start
Oh
to
yeah,
make a change.
he'll be good. He's not going to miss a beat.
A 1-goal game here. And in the second period, the Oilers out shooting the Canucks 3-zip.
Turnover. Here comes Vancouver walking right in, driving towards the net. Skinner is down. Puck rolls just wide.
The Canucks took a couple of whacks at it. Here's Tyler Myers advancing the puck. It's taken there by JT Miller, who is looking for Suter.
Oilers pick it up. They're going to move this
Intercepted
down.
by
They
Henry.
got to get things going.
Miller to Soucy. Back to Besser. The Canucks back into the zone.
They're still leading in shots and in faceoffs won.
Now has control,
But
and
Vancouver's leading in
moves
hits
up the
and
pass just a
goals, and that's
smidge
all
too
that really
far for
matters.
Vogel. Zadorov
Team at the
to
end of the
goal.
day with the most goals
Kane's
wins.
Stick snaps in half, and it's Nurse now sending the puck to the other side.
12 and a half to go here in
Here is
period number
Zadorov
2.
now, trying to backhand the puck in, and he took a hit on Carrick, who took exception to that, and both of them are.
So Sam Carrick is in. They had him listed as out.
This shot from long range didn't hit the net. Blocked in front. Here's Zadorov. More physicality on
Carrick and
Carrick with a couple of
Zadorov,
cross-checks back, so
or
He's a big man,
Zadorov,
isn't he? And I
sure
think
is.
having some
rolled
words
right
there.
into Carrick. I don't think he really was looking for that hit. He just knew that he had to be strong
Nurse moving
down
this
that
puck up
wall
quick.
and just steamrolled Carrick in the process. Carrick gave him about 4 or 5 pretty good cross checks afterwards.
Here's Matthias Janmark now.
Janmark
Janmark
cycling, feeding it down low.
Side
Side of the net jam, trying to get it in there, just can't.
And now the Canucks recover, and it's Podkolzin who skates out of his zone with it, and he hoists it deep into the Oilers' zone.
I don't think they do it to try and alter the matchups, especially now when it's, I mean, maybe when it was 1 versus 8, you know, it was a bit of a different story, but now because for the most part everything's a divisional matchup, you're not really getting away with playing a team that much weaker. I think they definitely do it to sit players to decrease chance of injury, make sure guys are well rested going into the playoffs. But I don't think they do it to try and change the competition.
Face off to the right of Skinner, Draisaitl against McCabe.
Hey there, Michael. Draisaitl loses the draw, but Edmonton still comes away with the puck. It's funny, Vancouver kind of danced around Draisaitl, but they still came up with the puck. Come on, Desharnais. I'd love to see Desharnais get a goal.
McCabe standing in front of Skinner. Desharnais taking his time, patient. And now the Canucks take control once again, but Höglander gave it away. Here's a chance to move in as Zach Hyman does just that. Hyman keeps, shoots, and that one was a rising shot too high.
I dropped my cap.
Draisaitl zips a pass back to Kulak, who rips it on net off the glove of DeSmith, who was laying in front, and Höglander took it.
This is cool beer.
Flung into the Oilers zone.
Ah, interesting.
Away from Hughes as we begin to approach the midway
So he
mark
really
of this
wanted to
game.
build his own place, right? He didn't want to just make somebody else a bunch of money.
Making moves. Stopped in front by Elias Lindholm. And he was looking to send Joshua in. But
Here comes Ecamm turning around.
the other way.
Ecamm going to put this one down low.
Draisaitl.
10:20 to go.
Past Herodic.
David, what's going on?
Who's played well in the 2 games since being recalled. Puck comes all the way back to Ecamm, who winds up and
Good
fires,
save
and it's
by
snared
DeSmith.
midair by DeSmith.
Chris, it's all going to be
Tonight,
about
we send our best
the
to good
defensive
friend Joey
play.
Kenward in
They
Vancouver.
have
Joey
shown
underwent a stem cell
that they struggle in net and they struggle defensively. If they can figure that out, pardon me, if they can play solid defensively, Toronto will have a chance. Florida right now is a little battered. Right? Verhaeghe and Ekblad should be okay. But you know Florida's going to be a tough matchup, and it's looking more and more like that is what the first matchup is going to be for the Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers. So it's going to be a seriously tough matchup. Boston winning today, they're still a point ahead. It certainly is possible that this could flip-flop. There, you know, if there's only 1 point difference between Boston and Florida, so all it takes is one night for one team to win and the other team to lose. And all of a sudden, Toronto's playing Boston in the first round, and that changes a lot of things. Sammy gets emotionally compromised. That's a big deal too, right? And, you know, Joseph Woll struggled the last couple of games we saw him in net. So I'm curious if we're going to see Joseph Woll play, you know, one of these 2 games next week. Will we see Marty Jones play one of these 2 games next week? It's going to be very, very, very interesting. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. I'm just teasing. Toronto's staying in Florida. Well, they're staying for the whole week. That makes sense, right? If they're there, what do they play? Are they Tuesday? I think they're Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe not. Whatever it is, if the season ends on Wednesday and if they start in Florida on Saturday, probably makes sense to get a couple of days in instead of flying back and forth. Ace, welcome in. Why is the blue banner blinding me from the text? Which one? I don't know. Looks okay to me.
Playing the puck, directing it to the corner. Perry and McLeod looking for it, as is Dylan Holloway. McLeod was pinned to the ice by Zadorov. Holloway falls, still
Back
got
to the line.
puck
Here
up
comes the
ice, and now
Canucks
the
on the
Canucks
move
moving
yet
into
again.
3-on-2 developing. It's Lindholm and Joshua. They're
Blue
forced to
banner's
the
gone
outside,
now.
but Lindholm gets it. Garland
Okay.
in front and a left-hand stop. A good effort from Skinner to keep that out. What a chance for Garland.
Yeah, he's had the hot stick lately too for Vancouver, and he had a pretty good look to put that where he wanted to. I think he wanted to elevate a little bit more. Good
Ian,
left
thank you
pad
so much
save
for hitting
by
that
Skinner.
subscribe.
But again,
Really
another
appreciate it.
shot
Thanks everyone for hitting those
slot.
thumbs up for us
There's
as well.
Garland again with another opportunity.
Tuesday,
Following up
Wednesday.
with cycling the puck to the other side.
Then Saturday or Sunday
Garland
game
getting in
one.
the
That's
way.
right.
They're using the body. JT Miller sends it to the corner where Garland was waiting for it. Now he falls to the ice in a battle with Bouchard.
Give or
Garland
take
on a 3-game
4.
point streak. He's got
Ace,
4
that's
goals,
funny.
1 assist for 5 points.
Uh-oh,
in his past
Vancouver
5.
walking in. Oh, no, they
Suter
score.
tips it home. And just like that.
This is what happened last time.
They created the first
My
chance
goodness,
off the
puck
forecheck, and it was
deflected in.
Garland in front who had a real good look from in tight.
Will Matthews finally
Denied
wake
by
up in the
Stuart Skinner.
postseason? I
This
hope
one
so.
here, just a real shot.
A little shot coming in and a nice redirection. Suter gets the stick over. Myers just throwing it in. Skinner was going around to block the initial shot, and at the last second when that was deflected, he had to readjust. He just could not readjust fast enough. 2-0 Vancouver. Wow.
That quick transitional play once again back into the zone pays off for the Canucks with that goal by Suter.
Here's Suter with his 14th of the season. He hadn't scored in 12 games. So, you know, he was looking for that one. Here's a blast from Nurse, handled by DeSmith. Nurse picks it up. And now Darnell Nurse controlling. Adam Henrique has it. Henrique works his way into the Canucks zone. Sent ahead, picked up. Evander
With
Kane
his
got to
teeth.
Adam Henrique, but that didn't work.
Big collision in the background there.
Evander Kane didn't like that hit as
Evander
Carson
Kane.
Soucy just leveled him. Hoaglander's pass, Hronek looking for a tip. Kane stays on the ice as Soucy heads to the bench. It's Quinn Hughes moving up, zips a shot, fought off by Skinner.
Physicality continues
Here's
to
another
impress.
attempt from Miller, and that's swallowed up
Did I
by
ever
Skinner.
think I would ever make it to...
Now things starting to get hot on the ice as Evander Kane leveled by Soucy with a
They're
big
going to go to
solid
another
check right
commercial
here.
break.
Just finishes him
Kane
in the corner. Boom,
taking a
down
big
he
hit
goes,
to
and he goes
Soucy.
down hard.
Just really throws him down. Kane was going back at Soucy, wanted to drop the gloves, but didn't happen. We need another Doug Gilmour type player in the playoffs. So I remember, yeah, that 92-93 season was just incredible. I mean, it was out of this world incredible. All the players on that team, 92-93, they were on board. They were in on it. Everyone was jiving together. They were just looking like they were having fun. Remember, they got together, they recorded like some Maple Leaf song. They took those crazy, they did like the black and white pictures with the motorcycles and everything. It was just a team that was united. And I don't get the same vibe from the team here today. There's one thing I'd like to say. I hope fans will quickly adopt our Coyotes and Salt Lake City fans will realize the team is good and entertaining. You know, it's going to be real interesting what they do, because the new ownership group, apparently what they're saying is they're planning on making significant changes, being significantly active in the off season with free agency. Obviously, the past ownership didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, and it sounds like this new group is willing to spend some money. So we'll have to see what they do. But, you know, I think it's going to be a complete rebranding, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do in their expansion year. You know, the Kraken didn't have a great first year. They had a real exciting second year. And this year, again, they were back to mediocre. Vegas, of course, we know what Vegas did in their first year, went all the way to the Stanley Cup. And so what will things look like for this new Utah team? It's going to be real interesting. All right, coming back from commercial break.
He was not happy with that hit. Felt he was ridden into the boards a little differently, put down on his back hard. It's usually the other way around with Evander Kane. He's the one usually dishing out those kind of hits, but this defense of the Vancouver Canucks is a big punishing defense that can play you hard, and you saw that right there by Carson Soucy in his first year as a Canuck. He's dealt with a lot of injuries this year, but when he's healthy and in the mix,
Vancouver doing a nice job working the puck, coming out right in front.
Here's a pass in front from Pedersen, and the puck is found.
You know, they were putting these pucks right in real close. And if you look on the map just over here, you'll see most of the shots are kind of far out. And then you get those two little blue dots in, one from pretty much the hash marks, the other from the face-off dot. Vancouver scoring both their goals from pretty close distance, and that's what they're doing here again, really getting in and trying to jam this one in.
He changes that angle, steps out. He's always a threat to shoot it from that spot, but tries to.
They are, Michael. They got
onto the stick.
One or two more games. I think two more games, and they are donezo. Shot right on, and there's Skinner going to make the save. I mean, it's only 2 goals, so it's still close. We saw Toronto just come back from being down a bunch.
Traffic in front of Skinner on that one. He's able to make the save.
Lafferty now back again to Zadorov, who looks, shoots, and that one missed the net.
That one pinballed around. That was a different look for Zadorov. There was traffic in front of Skinner on that one.
Here's Bluger directing towards Lafferty. Sent deep by Cole. Bluger has it.
Vancouver's been all over them.
Point, Zadorov.
But Oilers are still up in the shots. They were down 4-1. That's right. 4 goals in the first period. That was ugly.
It's Sam Lafferty again. As Zadorov has moved
Carey
up,
Fraser. That's going back.
7 minutes to go.
Carey Fraser had his moments.
2-goal lead now for the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, it was a nice comeback. Samsonov struggled in that game.
So far this season between these two teams.
Here's Nugent Hopkins' shot gets blocked.
In the way of that shot to ensure it didn't hit the net. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl spinning away from Hughes. Hughes sticking with him. Draisaitl.
That's very true, Chris. And look what Easton Cowan is doing in London right now. What is it, 41 or 43 straight games with a point?
And it's Joshua to Lindholm.
Here's a flip right in, and Skinner going to steer this one aside.
By Skinner, the Canucks applying pressure. It's Connor Garland moving, shooting. Skinner the stop, and the puck bounces out of the zone. A foot race, Hyman and Hughes. Hronek in to help, and Hyman's going to head off to the bench. Quinn Hughes, 22 points in 24 career games against the Oilers. And now JT Miller sends it back
Alonzo,
to
do you know, are they flying? I know they're flying the players and staff. But do you know if they're including the players' families on that trip, or is it players only? Have they said anything out your way?
Canucks with a lead here in the later stages
of the night. Thanks for the game. All right, Trevor, thank you very much for everything. Appreciate it. Have an awesome night. And thanks for all the support. I'd be very curious if they're taking the players' families or if they're just taking the players. I think the nice gesture would kind of be take them all, so that way, you know, everybody gets a chance to explore and see what things are going to be like. Because they're going to have to make some off-season decisions. Let me pull up their roster here real quick. Andy Van Hellemond, oh, I'm with you there. I liked him a lot too. He was great. So if I look at Arizona, wow, actually, Arizona doesn't have a lot of unrestricted free agents. Well, that's interesting. Travis Dermott is a UFA on defense. Joshua Brown is a UFA. all their wow, they have no defense going in next year. They're all restricted free agents. Sean Dursey. Interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what they do on defense. Their forwards are locked in. Keller, Nick Schmaltz, Lawson Krause. Those guys are all locked in. Alex Kerfoot is locked in. Nick Bugstad. Barrett Hayton, he's a restricted free agent. Of course, they got Cooley in there. Gunther. Liam O'Brien is an unrestricted. He's the only unrestricted forward. So their team is pretty locked in. So if they want to go out and sign some free agents, they're going to have to trade or buy out some players. So going to be very interesting. Defense is where they can make the most moves. Yeah, wow. Going to be a neat story to see what they do this offseason. All right, back from commercial break.
Canucks management familiar with DeSmith going back to
Goharski, oh my gosh.
Time.
Blast from the past.
Talking with the Pittsburgh Penguins organization.
Bridges players.
Besser knocked down that pass, and Brock Besser.
That's true. They are mostly young kids.
The puck deep in the Oilers zone. Desharnais gets there. Besser still looking for it. Flipped out by Kane just enough. And
I hope so.
Besser tagged up in the
Conch 71. I think it's going to come down to goaltending and defense.
Tyler Myers waiting. Put it towards the net. It's Desharnais.
I really, really hope they can pull it off.
To neutral ice. Knocked down by Evander Kane.
Offside. We are under 5 minutes to go in period number 2. 2-0 Vancouver lead. The Oilers are starting to squeeze the sticks a little hard here. They haven't been able to kind of pull away.
Louis, the second period being played a lot more carefully by both teams, more tight checking than
That's
that
funny.
fast pace we saw.
Did you hear the players not wishing to stay with the team?
The Canucks are finding
Team
ways
makes sense
into
to
the
trade them
offensive
elsewhere.
zone,
That's nice, and that's
the offensive zone for the first 10 minutes of the first period.
that would be a
period
nice
went on,
gesture,
they started
right?
to find their game, started to get their legs moving, and as you said, Singer, started to check. Start to get on Edmonton,
But sometimes
take
it's
away
not
some of
that
those
easy.
chances and create their own, and now have a 2-0 lead. They've carried that over into the second period.
Now, if they want to send Clayton Keller to Toronto, I'd be all over that. I'm a big Keller fan. I think Toronto has the longest drought in all sports championships. I agree. Yeah, I think you're right. Everybody else has won.
Playing the body on Hronek. Bogran twisting. Comes to Dylan Holloway now. And Nurse moves in. Nurse to Holloway. The wrist shot went a smidge too high as it's Hronek now.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Crossing the blue line, puts it right on net, and a routine stop from Stuart Skinner.
And you go back to that first period, it was that chance by Brock Besser on the nice play by Hronek, who put it off the end wall, Miller to Besser, and that kind of set a chain reaction for Vancouver. They followed it up with another shift. The next thing you know, in 16 seconds, that
Josh Doan looks real good. Real
But
good.
in the second period, they've been the one that's been able to get the puck in behind, establish their forecheck, turn over some pucks, and find some chances. And the redirection by Suter is the 2-0 goal for Vancouver. Edmonton needs that kind of a shift to kind of try and turn the tide.
Vancouver almost put in a third.
Stop by Skinner. And you mentioned it, Louis, that late stages first period goal, the dagger you're saying from Lafferty seems like just a tough pill to swallow for the Oilers. Looking to try to work their way back into this one. Now it is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins over to Draisaitl, and his feed. There's a few Canucks in the way of that. Ekholm kept the puck in. Hyman to Draisaitl to Nugent-Hopkins. Bouchard waiting for the pass. It comes to him, a one-timer, and that is swallowed up by Casey DeSmith.
And he took a little off this one-timer. He just wanted to get it there, knowing that Hyman was in front of the net. Bouchard, that is. He didn't really rip on this one. Good work down low. Keep maintain possession. Then eventually this is going to work back to Bouchard. And you watch, he just kind of swings through this one. And Hyman had a chance on the redirection, but DeSmith swallows it up right into the crest. He'll take that. Face off to his left.
Carrick against Lafferty now as
Yeah, the
Luger
Ballard
was
years were
removed.
tough. Were tough.
Carrick is sent away. Janmark comes in.
Charlie, they certainly
3:12
were.
to go in the second period.
So much better than a lot of them today.
And you can tell the importance of the game, the way it's being played now. With both of these teams gearing up for the upcoming Stanley Cup playoffs.
It's funny, you know, JT Miller this morning said, you know, we've been cruising along this year. We've been able to maintain that pace.
It was so
stay on
nice
top of
when
the
they
division,
brought
and
him up
all
with
of a sudden
Shane
we're
Doan.
looking in the rearview mirror,
Shane
and
Doan
Edmonton
was
just keeps
awesome.
climbing up the ladder and getting closer. And for the Vancouver Canucks, it's been a great season for them. They've been able to kind of maintain that level of hockey throughout the season.
Under
They've had a
3
couple
minutes to
dips,
go
but even
here in
their
period
dips are
number
that
2.
500 mark where they're not taking on too much water. They've been able to weather those storms. But they saw Edmonton coming, and they knew this was going to be an important game. They were ready. Early on, it was all Edmonton, but they weathered that storm, and Vancouver's been able to get back to their game and get up 2-0.
Already a 22-point difference in the standings from season to season for the Canucks from the last campaign to this one, with 2 more games after tonight left. So tons of improvement. And now Janmark looking to wind it up, picking up speed, navigating his way through. Handing it off, gets the puck back, the pass in front, taken care of by the Canucks, but not out. Janmark advances, Carrick takes it. And Carrick now in front of Hronek. He gets it back, Nurse shooting,
Tipped in, they score. There it is. The Oilers get one back. It's Evander Kane.
His game's starting to come. Evander Kane had 4 points in the last 4 games coming in, 2 goals, 2 assists. It was a long time getting back on the board for him. He had a long drought of no goals, but this is a gritty goal. We talk about these kind of goals in tight games. You have to have a presence in front of a goaltender. Now, this is a little bit high off the stick of Kane. There's no question. He's reaching for this one. It is a goal on the ice, which is the call. They're facing off pretty quick here. Looks like the puck's going to drop. And it's a 1-goal game. Yeah, that's a good one on that angle. Great angle right there that it showed. Perfect redirection. No chance for DeSmith, who's been great in this game. That's how you got to get in front of a goaltender.
Nurse and Carrick picking up the
Finally
assist.
gets on the board.
Under 2 minutes to go now. We have a game here as Warren Fogle escaping out of his own end. Kane still out there. Darnell Nurse advances.
Nice ace. Good
Mikheyev
picking.
stole it from him. Mikheyev looking for Höglander. The puck comes into the Oilers zone, and this will be icing against Vancouver.
Well, here's another look at that goal by Evander Kane on the perfectly placed shot by Darnell Nurse. It's a quick release, doesn't have to be that hard. A flyby by Brown, who also gets a stick in there. So DeSmith has to deal with that a little further up, but it's Kane that gets a big chunk of it and deflects it right into the net. Past DeSmith.
Face off to the right of Casey DeSmith. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins losing the draw to Pettersson. Puck comes all the way down, allowing the Canucks to switch up some of their players. A long change in the second period as Matthias Ekholm now advanced into the zone by Hyman. Hughes to Hronek. Quickly up ahead to Dakota Joshua. He finds Garland moving in. That shot, and it's Skinner
with
up
a
to the
good save,
task,
holds
and
on
it's
to
stuck
that.
to him, and he covers up.
1:09 to go.
Nice save for Stuart Skinner here, and good transitional play here by the Vancouver Canucks. Just a nice little carom off the board. It's a hard one to Garland in motion, and he picks it up. Watch this. Great pickup in stride, keeps his feet pumping, tries to go far side up over top of that right pad of Stuart Skinner, but he gets a big chunk of it.
From the face-off, Ekholm pushes the puck. Nugent-Hopkins sliding it to Hyman. Hyman driving to the net. Almost lost an edge. Draisaitl grabs it from there into the final 60 seconds.
Under a minute,
here in the
last
second
minute to
period.
play in this period.
Draisaitl moving it. Hughes managing to keep that puck on his stick. Good effort there from him to get it out. And Lindholm goes flying to the ice, quickly bouncing back onto his feet. Ekholm Finds Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl with a blast. A pad save from DeSmith. Big rebound. Collected now by the Canucks. Lafferty to Bluger. Teddy Bluger stopping. He pushed it to Vasily Podkolzin. Back to the point. Zadorov. Bouncing puck. Podkolzin to Lafferty. It gets by him. Lifted out of the zone by Foegele. Dying seconds here is Kane and Zadorov. And it's found by Henrique. Back to the point. Desharnais puts it on net. And Kulak
And there
for
goes the
rebound. What
whistle
action here in
as the
later
puck
stages
just
of the second
sails
period, Louis.
Yeah, no question. That
wide.
goal by
Wow.
Evander Kane injected some life into Edmonton, and they needed it.
That
because
was
the
a
Canucks were just
crazy
happy
flurry of
kinda
activity
winding
there.
down the clock and keeping things
Draisaitl
out
with a
of
nice
harm's way. That's
shot.
the blast
The
by
Oilers
Draisaitl
trying to
that's
get it
handled by
through, doing everything in their power to try and put it in, but it just doesn't come through. All right, I think we can just leave it on this screen. We don't need to go anywhere. Let's do a quick review. Let's look at the scoreboard and see the rest of the games kind of finishing. Whoops, almost knocked my hat off. We will tune in to intermission if there's any important stories or discussions going on. Okay, so the Wild are up 2-1 over San Jose. No real implications there. LA with a 1-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. Nashville 6-4 over the Blue Jackets. Bruins, of course, winning over the Penguins. That is a big one. That is going to make things awfully difficult for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're gonna have to play hard. They're gonna have to really, really work to get in here. Now let's see. I want to check our rookie scoring. So it's interesting. The chase for Rookie of the Year. Excuse me. Pardon me. It's late on the East Coast. Connor Bedard, obviously 65 games. He's got 60 points on the year. 22 goals, 38 assists, but he is a minus 40. Minus 40, which is crazy. Luke Hughes, the defenseman, 47 points in 81 games. He's a minus 26. You know, Faber is tied with Logan Cooley. They each got 44 points. Brock Faber's done it in 79 games, Cooley in 80 games, but a little bit more respectable, minus 2 and minus 10. Matthew Knives, however, he's down at 35 points. He's got 35 in 78 games. He's a plus 11, though, so it's nice to see on the plus side. Luke Evangelista, 39 points in 79 games, also a plus 1, but I think it does not matter. Connor Bedard at 60 points is going to run away with the Rookie of the Year. 60 points in 65 games on a Chicago team that has nobody. So you know he's going to run away with it. He also has 4 power play goals, 17 assists, 2 game-winning goals, an OT winner, 204 shots, which is far more than anybody else on this list. And he averages just under 20 minutes a game. So Connor Bedard looking like he will indeed take home the Rookie of the Year pick. I was kind of hoping it would have been a little closer. I would have liked to see Logan Cooley a little closer, as well as Matthew Knives. The one player who's, I don't want to say he's disappointed me, is Adam Fantilli. Fantilli in 49 games has 27 points. I kind of thought Fantilli would have done a little better. So I know it happens, but that's who I was kind of hoping for. I really wanted to see a great showing by Fantilli. Looking for, let's see. There's one stat page. That's not what I'm looking for. There's one page. I thought I bookmarked it. Maybe I didn't. Give me a moment while I try and find this. No. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find it. So I'll have to find it another time. Darn it. Oh, here. Is this it? Is this it? No, of course not. Oh, well. Good night, Charlie. Take care. Thank you for hanging out. This game, again, no major implications for either team. They're just trying to get through this. The Oilers without McDavid, they're trying to prove to themselves. They're trying to prove to themselves that they can do this without McDavid. They don't need McDavid. I mean, they need McDavid, but they can do it, when they have to, when they're forced to play without him. They're trying to prove that they can do it. And it's a major big deal. All right, here we go. I found what I was looking for. Let's see, do we have any dates put in here? It doesn't look like it. I was kind of hoping we might see some temporary matchups populated in here. Well, they got the Maple Leafs in here, but what about everybody else? So game 1, they don't have it, darn. I was kind of hoping they would start to populate some of the seedings. So we got the Stars in here. Stars, obviously, number 1. Toronto sitting in number 3. It just goes to show about how not... We'll see more of this populated tomorrow, but not a lot of series are falling into place. It's going to be interesting. Excuse me, pardon me. Oilers making a game of it. Yeah, Dallas, they're coming back. They got that big goal going to the third period, down 1. The Leafs survived without Matthews. The Oilers should be able to without McBot. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a real challenge. And it took them a bit to get going. It took them a lot to get going, actually. And that second goal from Vancouver was just such a nice little tip. A nice little tip to put it in. Wow, this year, 114 hat tricks. This has been the most hat tricks in a season in 35 years. In 88-89, there were 19 hat tricks. 114 hat tricks. Last year, there were only 96. Some years, there were only 60. Wow. That is crazy. I wonder if a bunch of that is because Matthews has 7 of them on his own. All right, here's some headlines. Let's listen in.
Not been in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers, but the Oilers say he will be ready for the playoffs. They have 3 games after tonight, and they'll see how he feels next week in terms of what they want to do for those games. We do have a West Series set in the first round. Winnipeg, Colorado will go head-to-head. The Jets destroyed the Avalanche 7-0 today.
For sure.
Now, the home ice, the Jets are 2 points up, and they will have the tiebreaker. Colorado can't beat them on the tiebreaker, so the Jets have the edge for home ice advantage. Some other injuries to take a look at in Toronto. Jake McCabe left the game tonight after, this is Bobby McMahon. He left the game, did not come back for the second period. This is where it looks to be. Sheldon Keefe said lower body, and they don't know yet how serious it is. Jake McCabe didn't come back, but they said he was okay. He was walking around post-game, just the swelling. They left him out of the lineup. Nick Jensen, this was a really serious-looking one today. Hit into the boards by Mikey Asamont. No penalty on the play. And the good news is, post-game, Spencer Carberry said that Jensen walked out with his family. He'll miss time, obviously, but he walked out with his family, did not require hospitalization. In Pittsburgh, Erik Karlsson, the number 2 scorer behind Steven Stamkos from the 2008 NHL draft, played his 1,000th career game. He had an assist. The only bad thing was the Penguins lost the game to Boston 6-4. Karlsson with his family there. And Jeremy Lauzon, He's at 374 hits. Nashville has 1 game left. It's against the Penguins on Monday. The NHL record is 382 by Matt Martin, so he'll need 8 to tie it and 9 to beat it.
You have an idea, Kevin.
Well, they should put him as a winger. Let him play as a winger. A lot easier to get hits, I think, as a forward.
Okay, this is the Frozen Four Championship today. Jared Wright's first goal for Denver. Rieger Lorenz past Jacob Fowler 2-0. Here's a great save. Matt Davis of Calgary, whose father John played for Western's 1989 Vanier Cup team. Denver wins a record 10th championship, beating Boston College 2-0 in the final. Meanwhile, the Women's World Championship in Utica, New York, Canada against Czechia. This is the semis. Laura Stacey to Blair Turnbull. She buries it 1-0 Canada. Later in the first, Stacey again to Jocelyn Larocque. 2-0 Canada. Second period, off the turnover. Emily Clark puts it home. 3-0 Canada. They will play the United States in the final. The Americans
Hockey
beat
dude,
the
what's
Finns
going on?
5-0 in the other semi.
Yeah,
By the way,
I can't
Denver,
wait for
Elliott,
the playoffs.
10 Canadians. You
wait.
mentioned Davis is from Calgary. 4 of them are from Calgary, but 10 Canadians on the Pioneers. Congrats to Team Canada from Colorado.
So just listen into some of the coverage here from Hockey Night in Canada at the intermission. Boy, oh boy, Canada taking down Czechia in the Women's World Championships. They play the U.S. in the finals. It's going to be tomorrow. I believe it's 5 o'clock Eastern time. Canada and the U.S. for the Women's World Championships. That is going to be an amazing game. When Canada and the U.S. played just a couple of nights ago in the round robin, they went 0-0 into overtime, and it was the U.S. who won just towards the end of overtime. It was so spectacular. But we're waiting patiently to see if the Oilers can find it in them to come back. They are down 2-1. Can they score that one goal needed to tie this one up? Lawson has been a stud for my fantasy team. I bet. It's crazy. He's one of those guys that, wow, kind of surprising. Very surprising. I'll be happy if the Leafs can just beat Boston for once. Right? For once. End the story. If Cody Rhodes can finish his story, it's time for Toronto to finish their story and put Boston down. If that ends up being the matchup, right? Whether it's in the first round or the second round, I'd love to see Toronto finally beat Boston. Excuse me, pardon me. It is late on the East Coast. We appreciate everybody staying up with us. We're getting set for period number 3. Vancouver so far has the slight edge. Your 2 goal scorers in period number 2 was P. Suter, his 14th from Tyler Myers, and Evander Kane, his 24th from Connor Brown and Darnell Nurse. Total shots on goal, 25-22 in favor of the Oilers. Oilers winning in the faceoff circle now as well at 58.3%. No power play goals. The Oilers are 0 for 2. Vancouver is 0 for 1. Hits, though, it's been all Vancouver. 38 hits compared to Edmonton's 29. Block shots as well. 13 blocks for Vancouver. 5 blocks for the Oilers. 4 giveaways for the Oilers. 5 for Vancouver. I mentioned it earlier. Vancouver has won each meeting so far this season. 8-1, 4-3, 6-2. And they are currently ahead 2-1. So it's going to be neat to see how this one plays out. I've been coming here for 17 years, so it's older than that, right? Too. How old is this channel? So we no, we haven't been on for 17 years. This is our 3rd hockey season. So we really started 2 years ago, and we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark about a week before playoffs in that year. It was absolutely crazy. Last year was a lot of fun. Last year we had a great time, a lot of growth, and of course this year we passed the 10,000 milestone. We passed the 15,000 milestone. We're now putting ourselves in a a good position that next year will be nice to do it during playoffs, but I think realistically next year we'll hit the 20K milestone, and it's been so much fun. My sense of time is not good at all, Ace. Yeah, Ace, you've been around with us for a while. 87 Canada Cup has been so much fun. I've been coming since 1872. Bragging moment, I have an actual piece of the net that was in goal when Brian Boucher went through. No way. And you rode the Zamboni. Oh, 24/7. That is very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's hard. Supreme Boys, what's going on? Welcome in. Vancouver looks real good. Real good. Edmonton's going to have to pull their pants up real high and get back into this hockey game. They've been struggling. They've been letting Vancouver outplay them. But I believe, that Edmonton can come back. Mario's a big who could skate with a great set of hands and healthy. My thing with Mario, we know Gretzky loved the game, right? Gretzky was good at the game. He loved the game. I always got this sense from Mario Lemieux that he didn't love the game as much. He was great at the game. He could play the game. I don't know what it is. I didn't see that same sense of pride that Gretzky had. It was just a big difference between the two. And maybe it was just how Mario carried himself. Overtime win for Edmonton. Calling for overtime. Well, hopefully if they do go to overtime, hopefully it's a better result than what we saw in the Toronto game earlier today. Toronto going down in overtime. 20K before the Stanley Cup. Smile, that would be very difficult to do. I don't think Mario had the same passion. Yep. Let's go Vancouver. Jason's putting 100 on it. If we somehow got you to 60,000 subs, you have to go to Utah. That's funny, hockey dude. That's very funny. Listen, the one thing, we like to have a lot of fun on this channel. We like to celebrate the game of hockey. We love hockey. We love to, have fun with each other and great conversations. And we've built an amazing community. So whether you're an Oilers fan, a Canucks fan, a Leafs fan, we celebrate it all. We just love good hockey, and I'm happy to say we've done it organically. We've done it, true to form. There are a lot of channels out there that, try to circumvent the system, if you will. I'm happy to say we've done it the right way, and I'm so thankful to everybody we've met along the way. It's been an absolute blast and a pleasure. Canucks versus Edmonton. Oh yeah, it could happen. Could that be your conference championship? Oh, that would be a crazy matchup. We hate. Let me scroll back. Hate the hacking and wrecking. Tougher game. Brought back Mario. Yes, I agree. Coyotes slapped Edmonton the other night. That they did. The Oilers again, it's going to come down to them and goaltending. They have the same issues Toronto has. Their goaltending has been spotty at times. Their defense has struggled at times. If they can pull it all together, yeah, that is very true. There's a lot of competition out there, and it's tough. It's a grind. It's an absolute grind. Net is framed 8x10 and a puck with the wins. Oh, that is so cool. 24/7. I love it. All right, period number 3. Let's get ready to go.
Hasn't been a story so far.
We need another Cujo.
One-goal game,
Yes, we do.
Underway. The Canucks looking to
The Oilers keep needing 20 shots to get 1 goal. They almost
3 points right now.
Supreme McDavid is still out. They said he'll be ready to go 100% for the playoffs. Next week is kind of a see how he feels, and they'll make a decision. But he is not playing tonight.
as the puck escapes up and over the glass.
There's been a scoring change here on the Evander Kane goal that made it 2-1 late in the second period. If you watch Connor Brown kind of come into the mix and get his stick up, they're saying he gets a piece of it, and then Kane, the double deflection, the dreaded double deflection. Pretty hard for DeSmith to figure out one, let alone two. But that's a good sign for Edmonton, having two bodies right in the mix looking for that puck on the shot by Darnell Nurse. It was Sam Carrick that originally had the second assist of a nice
all
play
3
on
goals
the wall
tonight
to
coming
win a battle,
right
get it
around
back to
the
Nurse,
goal,
but
the goal,
they're giving
right
it to
around the
Connor
net.
Brown now.
Here's Miller intercepting. Besser sends it deep. And now it's Hronek.
He's so
who's
good.
unable
He's
to move
so
it past
ridiculous.
Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins as he finds Hyman. Hyman pushes the puck ahead, chasing after it. Hughes gets there, and now Besser
If you're
moves
just
it.
coming in, welcome to the show.
Stole it.
Hit
Nugent
that like
Hopkins,
for
the
us.
shot.
Here's a shot right
That
on.
one was stopped. It may have hit.
Of course. Hit that
Lob of
subscribe
DeSmith's
as well.
stick.
We're going to have lots of
Good
hockey
forecheck.
coverage all throughout the
Little chip
playoffs.
in charge there by Zach Hyman. Just puts it into an area, gets his feet pumping. I mean, he's tracking down the speedy Quinn Hughes on that one, and that puck turns over.
McKayev, quick shot. Stopped
William
by
McKayev
Skinner.
has had a few good shots on net
Corey
tonight.
Perry lifting it out. Holloway to McLeod, who enters the zone.
Look out,
Jumping to
McLeod jumping
avoid
out of the way.
body of Zadorov.
He had to jump high to get out of the way of that body.
And now McLeod blocks that pass. Unable to hold the line. Hoagland flipping it forward. Chip and chase. Kulak to Desharnais. Knox making a change. Dylan Holloway. Cross ice to Perry. He enters the zone with Kulak. Carson Soucy has it now for the Canucks. Should be a good finish here now. A 1-goal game and an important matchup between these two. Season winding down, and now it's Matthias Janmark.
All I know is the
Carrick were
Raptors have
unable
been
to move the
terrible
puck
this
up the
year,
ice.
so I haven't
Bluger
really paid much
reverses.
attention to the NBA.
Myers slides it to Soucy. Soucy up ahead to Podkolson, who has Bluger with him. Bluger takes it.
Welcome back in.
Comes to the wall. Cycles it, and Podkolson is there. Quickly getting to the puck was Garland, taken away by Carrick and the Oilers, and now it's Connor Brown putting on the Jets. He flips
Good
it.
speed by Connor Brown.
And Hronek to Hughes. Hughes quickly challenged by Carrick. Lindholm scoops it up, finds Garland. Garland has space to move in. Connor Garland looks, keeps the puck on his stick. Reverses all the way back, and Hughes comes out of the zone. Hronek takes it. Moves it up.
Hextall was
Joshua
something
there,
else.
as
Remember
is
when
Garland.
Felix Potvin and Hextall got into that fight?
Kept
That was
in.
awesome.
Zadorov, a quick shot.
Right
And
on,
stopped
Skinner
by
with a
Skinner.
save.
I don't know where Bouchard was going on that play. He either had to be harder or hold on to that one, but he just puts it into a place, and it's picked off, and a quick chance for the Vancouver Canucks on that turnover.
Ekholm protecting the Oilers zone. Bouchard now moving to the puck, as is JT Miller. Nikita Zadorov to his defensive partner. It's Ian Cole. Besser to Zadorov, and he's going to wait to allow his teammates to complete a change.
Yeah,
the Oilers will do the
very
same.
tough.
And now Zadorov skating away from the forecheck of Evander Kane. Mikheyev.
But they
Pass
still have a
blocked.
lot
Now
more
he
work
just
to
sends
do.
it into the Oilers zone. Skinner leaving it for Desharnais.
Here's Desharnais.
Vincent Desharnais now starts it off with a pass to Brett Kulak. Over to Draisaitl. Taken away by the Canucks. In front of the Oilers bench. Now it's sent to an open corner. Kulak hands it off to Zach Hyman. He's in with Draisaitl. Draisaitl near the net. Backhand shot. Stop.
Great
The
save
Oilers
to
were looking
Smith
for more,
again.
as Hyman was there, but it's Casey DeSmith shutting the door.
He is
good
looking
drive to the net.
real
Edmonton
good.
Getting back to what they were doing in the first period, and that's getting pucks in behind. Here's the chip in charge by Hyman, finishes on Quinn Hughes, and this little
Ryan, I
pickoff
assume
on
they
the
lost
attempted
again?
reversal of Ed Besser leads to that chance by Nugent Hopkins as he goes right
Or is that
through the
today,
screen,
like,
off the stick of
Sunday,
Hyman, trying to
since we're
redirect it
now
into the net,
technically
deflects it wide,
in
and then Zadorov,
Sunday?
there's that play by Bouchard, just a little bit soft on the wall, and Zadorov steps into it, creating that quick chance. Draisaitl on the drive, Hyman on the rebound. DeSmith has the answer.
Face off to his left. Draisaitl and Lindholm. Lindholm, who missed 7 games with a wrist injury, just came back on Wednesday.
1 p.m. today. Raptors and Heat.
Arizona, as now this puck is sent all the way back over to Darnell Nurse. He's got room.
There's a blast. That one gets blocked.
Nurse
Best thing about the NBA season.
Nugent Hopkins sending it towards Hyman, but it was Myers
nice.
there.
That one stung Garland. He's hobbling back to the bench, just sat down.
Canucks
But
whistle
selling
on the
out.
offside. Sorry, Louis.
That's okay, selling out to block that one by Darnell Nurse. That one was sitting in a pretty good area for Nurse to walk into. But that's just paying the price right there. I mean, he dives into this lane.
Oh, side of the
and
knee.
takes that away
Ouch,
from
that
Nurse.
hurts.
Catches him in a sensitive spot. Looks like in the arm a little bit. As he's trying to shake
Of
that
course,
one
it was
off.
last year. Oh no, was it the Bulls or the Heat? I think it was the Bulls. The Raptors had to play
He's been a
in
big part of what's kept the
Mini
Canucks
hockey.
above 500
Welcome
here.
back.
Scored twice in tight against Vegas, and then again in close range against Arizona this week. Just 1 goal away from
mini
this
hockey,
season
just
is
by being
Connor
in the
Garland.
chat, chatting along.
Quinn Hughes
You
directing
will
it to the net,
accumulate
tipped wide
points.
by Podkolzin, racing to keep it alive is Hronek.
We are going to
Taken away
reset
by
all the
McLeod.
points come the end of the
Falls to
season,
ice.
so everyone will
McLeod still
start fresh.
protecting, and now he does manage
the
to force it
playoffs.
out. Luger took control, and he sends it in as the Canucks switch it up. Bouchard moves it to McLeod.
Celebrating a big Bruins win today.
DeSmith moves it. Cole is there. Miller has the puck on his stick. He directs it. Besser takes it. Bouchard moved it away
Right, that's
momentarily.
true.
Zadorov shot.
Oh, right behind. Vancouver putting it off the post. That was sitting right there.
Escape unscathed.
Oh, you're very
Time
welcome.
they've used that play, especially this line. It was Besser with the first chance, and right there again, another chance created.
Besser to Zadorov. He looks. Looking to connect again with Besser. Moving it to Myers. Looking to tee one up. He didn't. Passed ahead. Now it's Besser again. Pedersen. Pressured. Puck taken away. It's Sam Carrick with it. Carrick flipping it towards Ceci. Ceci pokes it ahead. Soucy moves it. And now Darnell Nurse patiently. His pass, though, didn't pan out.
Wow, they're
Pedersen
playing well.
pushed
Like
it.
Trash
Nurse
Guy,
another
they're playing
opportunity.
real well.
This time Soucy to hold Lander.
Oh, Hockey Dude with that freeze.
Into it here at Rogers Place. Brown back to Nurse. He bobbled it, but stuck with it. Puck to the near side. It's available. Collected by Myers. The Oilers faithful.
Let's
trying
go
to urge
Oilers
their
chant
team
is
on.
breaking out.
A 1-goal game. It's Draisaitl.
Draisaitl all the way down.
Zach Hyman with
There's a
shot.
blast and a great
Smith, rock
save.
solid, and he covers up the rebound.
Things starting to speed up here in the third period.
Please,
Chances at both
overtime.
ends. Here's this
They're
beautiful play
trying.
again. The hard
They're
carry
trying
down
to
the
get in
ice.
here and
Besser's
tie
gonna
this
get
one up.
there first, takes a quick little look.
If you're just coming
And
in,
he
welcome
throws
to
this
the
back.
show.
That quick shot goes
If you're not already
bobbling around
subscribed, make
just
sure you
through the
hit
path
that
to Stuart
subscribe
Skinner.
button for us. Of course, hit that like button as well. It helps us out so much. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb 12 experience. We are after midnight on the East Coast. This is game 2 tonight from our doubleheader. We kicked off the streams earlier today at 7 with the Leafs and the Red Wings. The Red Wings took that one in overtime. Now we find ourselves here 2-1 Vancouver with the Oilers trying to come back and claim some overtime. It has been an awesome evening of hockey, some great back and forth action, and I hate to say it, I wish, Hockey Dude, those Bruins lost today. I was hoping Pittsburgh was going to find a way in, but now it's time. Can the Oilers come back? Will Vancouver shut them down? Vancouver has had their number all season long. The Oilers are leading in the shots now and leading in the face-off percentage. The officials have practically put their whistles away. We haven't had a penalty since the early moments of the second period. Tyler Myers took that high stick, and the Oilers had too many men on the ice call. But nobody has scored a power play goal. The Vancouver Canucks are up to 42 hits right now, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'd love to see the Leafs and the Bruins play again. I'd love to see the Leafs close that story. All right, they're coming back from commercial break.
And no McDavid, no DeSmith, but no problem here, Louis. This game has had a lot to it and a lot on the line.
They've waited a while to see each other for the fourth and final matchup this season. It's been a great one. As we expected, both teams have dug in here. It was Edmonton early. The Vancouver Canucks found a way to get out to a 2-0 lead. Edmonton's made it a one-goal game on a late second period
game,
goal
Jason,
by
it has.
Kane. But what do you expect?
And that's something you don't see a lot of this year.
Their best hockey. This one's been a grind.
13 minutes to go here in period number 3.
The Oilers now in the Canucks zone. Puck taken over. It's Joshua. He finds Lindholm. Walking into the zone. Garland is out there after blocking that shot when he was feeling it. On the previous shift for him, Quinn Hughes, look at that speed just along the wall. The Canucks are able to get the puck out. Desharnais moves it. Nugent Hopkins skates in. It is now Leon Draisaitl waiting.
Cross ice pass, nice pass. Couldn't control it.
It's Lafferty who finds Podkolzin and the Canucks on a counter-attack, but Lafferty
offside, late whistle.
Yeah, good protection of the line. Forced Podkolzin to go a little bit wider. Desharnais did, and forces the offside on that transitional play. That was a rocket of a pass by Draisaitl to Kulak, who is the late man on the play, right down into the zone. I mean, it's on the tape, but it just ricochets off the blade, and here's that move again. Desharnais, 6'7". You know, that reach, just pushing a guy along the line, forces him to make
I'm
one
trying,
more move.
Chris.
There's
I'm
the
trying.
pass that explodes off the stick.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe.
A good look.
Welcome to the
nice
community.
Pass from Draisaitl once again in the zone.
Neutral zone face-off. Puck flipped forward by Bouchard, but this will
Kane has been a bit of a beast in today's game. But Casey DeSmith, he has been absolutely stellar. He's played a really, really solid game. No Utah redemptions just yet. We don't even know what their team name or colors will be. Hopefully, we'll get more information real soon.
Low-scoring affair so far here in comparison to the previous matchups this season between these two teams. Here's Myers.
Coming right in front. Vancouver getting close again. This is going to come out. Vancouver's got to tag up. Stolen by Kane. Centering it in front, nobody is there.
Scooped up and collected by the Canucks. They dodge a bullet there. Kane.
I think Kane's going to get
penalty coming up here. A trip.
He's upset.
Kane is livid.
So cause a disturbance.
It's a great forecheck here by Kane. He actually bumps Myers.
Thatcher Demko is supposed to be ready to go any time now. I actually thought he was going to be back by now, to be honest.
Goes by everybody. But then here's the penalty here. He takes a pretty healthy run, and Lafferty, who makes that move at the last second. Now,
Salt Lake City Yetis. That would be interesting.
Shin on shin takes down Lafferty, and this will be.
That is not one I would have guessed.
As the crowd here got pretty loud after that one for Evander Kane. I know the panel talked about waking him up, getting him going. I think it's safe to say that he's got his feet moving now, and probably at the perfect time for Edmonton. But gets a little overzealous on that one, gets called for the trip, and Vancouver with the man advantage.
Henrique was able to get that puck out. Hughes has it now. Canucks went 3 for 6 on November 6th in the last matchup against the Oilers on the
Here come the Vancouver Canucks on the attack, on the power play.
Miller finds an open Pettersson. Hughes and Pettersson exchange passes. Elias Pettersson back to Quinn Hughes. Over to JT Miller. He zips that one. That's wide. Had a lot on it. Here's Pettersson. Waiting. Pulls the trigger. Blocker stops Skinner.
Nice stop, Skinner.
Directed it
Wow.
up high. Hughes has it. Miller takes it. Miller shoots.
Another shot and a good save.
Got in the way. It came right back to Miller. This time down low. Trying to jam it home. Skinner standing his ground. It comes back. Pettersson takes it. Pettersson shoots.
Skinner has been outstanding here. as they keep blasting it away at him. Vancouver. Wow, unbelievable. The Oilers just could not clear it out.
A couple great looks for the Canucks on this power play.
Miller waits. Now he advances. Garland to the other side. Pettersson's waiting for it. Pettersson created some room, directing it all the way back. Miller from the
Yeah, I agree. I like Nurse a lot.
This time,
But I think I actually like Bouchard a little more.
Brown.
This one coming out, we got just over 10 hockey minutes to go in this game.
Quinn Hughes working his way up the ice, accelerating. Played the puck to the wall. Ecamm stopped it. Hughes moves it. Miller got to it. And now it's Fogle who forces.
Now they get it out. Vancouver, look out, almost turned it over. 5 seconds to go on the power play.
Comes into the zone. Kane getting set to get back on the ice.
Even strength, they kill it off. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Welcome in if you're just coming in. Thank you so much for hitting those thumbs up for us.
Nikita Zadorov works it out. Bluger after it. Skinner waiting for it. Had to avoid the trapezoid.
So let's go Oilers, still buzzing here. Draisaitl puts it across for Hyman.
Works his way in. Hyman puts on the brakes, gets it back to Kulak. Bouchard wants it. He gets
Bouchard, his stick explodes on him. And Bouchard actually swung his broken stick at the Canuck player. He's lucky he didn't get a penalty for that. This comes out.
That was a quick handoff by Hyman to Bouchard as well. On the fly, gives him the stick.
Brett Kulak has it. Handing it off to Ceci. Quickly ahead to Perry. Corey Perry directing the puck into the Canucks.
Yeah, we sure do. Who knew Hyman would go on to score like he has? There's a long shot that goes wide. Henry, what's going on? Yeah, I like Bouchard a lot.
Garland's pass in front. And the Oilers are able to get the puck back.
Dan Carrick is going to bring this down and dump it in the corner.
In the corner, Ceci has moved up. Dylan Holloway, sharp angle shot, rebound over to Carrick. Couldn't corral it to make a play though.
Digging inside of the net, trying to pull this one out. What's up, Axeman?
On the prowl, trying to get the puck back. It's Dylan Holloway who finds it. To Perry now, it goes by him. Ceci moves up. Cody Ceci, targeted by Ceci.
Trying to come out in front, they do with a shot right on. Nice save.
Shutting the door, it's Dylan Holloway, and a good shift here from the Oilers as Henrique has joined now.
And the Oilers can't hold this one in. It comes out over the line. They're going to put it right back in, try and chase this one down.
Henrique getting to it. Evander Kane sent out there by Chris Knoblauch.
Oilers have it, side of the net. Oh, ace. I love my wood sticks. I get such looks every time I go take them out on the ice. James, welcome in. Yes, James, we will have hockey coverage for you all playoffs long.
Evan Bouchard, who starts it off. Long-range pass didn't work. He was looking for Evander Kane. And this
That's going to be an icing call.
The pace is picked up here after the penalty kill for Edmonton. Some good chances for Vancouver to extend the lead to 2. Here's Garland, tries to jam it through. Short side opportunity for the 40-goal man Besser. And then this shot pass is trying to ricochet Pettersson off of Garland in front of the net. And somehow
thank you, Chard. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And they're able to put it down the ice and kill off the power play.
It's been a lot of fun today. A couple great hockey games. A couple great streams.
Pettersson and Henrique in the
hey, welcome back,
circle,
Lucas.
7:17 to go in regulation. And they'll
That's
need a
for
redo
Al
on the
McKinnon.
face-off.
Wild 5, Sharks 2.
Pettersson, is that exploded on
Now, Curtis,
back?
the question is, did anybody pick the Sharks to potentially win that game?
Pettersson, the 4-game point streak on the line.
Hey, pick your weapon.
Chard, it certainly does.
There you go. And just digging it a little hard on the face-off. I mean, it just.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Really appreciate it. And you're very welcome.
That one back.
Mikheyev comes in place of Pettersson. Waiting to drop the puck here to the right of Skinner. Henrique and Mikheyev.
Chapter 024, welcome in. I hope so. Between the Leafs, the Jets, the Oilers, the Canucks, somebody has to get far.
Forces it back into the Oilers zone. Henry moving it up the boards.
And again, welcome in everyone that's new. Thank you for joining us tonight. Prep coming in with the gifted membership. Thank you, Prep. And congratulations, Hockey Dude. One of the traditions we have here for any gifted membership, any super chat, we put sticks in the chat as a stick tap, like tapping your stick on the ice to say thank you. So if we could get some stick taps going in there for Prep.
Hopkins does for the whistle. But he's upset with what the official
Draisaitl not happy. Thank you, Chapter, for hitting that subscribe. There it is, some stick taps as they're going to go to commercial break. Things are getting fired up here as we got 6.5 minutes to go. This game, this third period, has been flying by. Road Warriors, what's going on? There it is, bringing out the stick taps. Road Warrior, were you able to find something else? Or are you still looking, my friend? I hope you were able to track something down. But boy, oh boy, this is going to be a finish. Can the Oilers tie this up and force overtime? Or will Vancouver hold them at bay and look to take this one? Looks different on a PC. Yeah, a little bigger, Sherrard. You're in Guelph. Nice. Guelph, a nice area. Waterloo, yep, some great hockey out that way. Some great minor league hockey. But this is going to be a nice finish. This is going to be a real pressure finish for this team. Of course, no Connor McDavid tonight. McDavid with a lower body injury, but he's expected to be fine for the playoffs. You watch OHL, nice. You had season tickets. Sweet. Listen, some of the minor hockey, I did some work back in the day for St. Michael's Majors when they were in the OHL team in Toronto. And it was great. OHL is awesome. The Guelph Storm, it's a lot of fun out there. It's a lot of fun. All right, they're coming back from commercial break.
In conversation tonight,
let's see how this one is going to play out.
Pickert, the steady backup to Stuart Skinner.
Next giveaway is going to be Tuesday. Tuesday will be our next giveaway. We're actually going to have back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday. 2 more giveaways coming up to finish this season.
Demanding Pickert be a guest, and we will give the fans what they want tonight as Pickert and Perry join Louis and me on After
6:34 to go, 2-1
This face-off move
Vancouver.
to the zone when they deemed it a hand pass to himself. That was Nugent Hopkins. And what the Oilers were arguing is that face-off was set to be outside. But they moved it back in once they realized the mistake.
Zach Hyman directing it to the net. Zadorov blocked it, played it to the boards, and the Canucks get it out. 6:15 to go in the third period. Vancouver hanging on to this 1-goal lead. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Draisaitl.
Here comes Draisaitl bringing it in.
Stops, sends it back.
A blast from the point, and that's going to be an easy glove for just 90 miles an hour. Cece stepping into one.
With CBC Gem, you can stop spending on other
the London Knights are Easton Cowan. What is he? Is he 41 or 43? I forget how many games he has a point in now. It's ridiculous what Cowan is doing.
Get around Zadorov into the front of the net. You see a box out Nugent Hopkins on that last place, like trying to get around an offensive
yes,
line.
Thank you very much, Gerard. Appreciate it.
So big, just kind of blocks guys out, doesn't let him get to the front.
Rick,
of the net.
welcome back.
The blue line was handled easily by
42. There it is. That's unbelievable.
Protecting the puck. And now he is able to get it to Nurse, who slides it ahead to Hyman. Hyman with possession, skating into the zone. Hyman stops. Now he hands it off. Draisaitl takes it. Draisaitl surveying.
With a high slot, Nurse couldn't control. Vancouver turning.
Pass too far for his line mates. Draisaitl waits, and now he moves in himself, cutting to the middle. Draisaitl.
Quick shot right on. And the Canucks going to clear this one out.
collapsing in front there in the middle.
Just over 5 minutes to go.
And the Oilers with some quick passes in their own end. Puck lifted out by Hughes. Desharnais takes it away from Lafferty. Kulak advances. The Canucks still control of Podkolzin. Moved it into the Oilers zone. It's Desharnais now to Kulak. Desharnais takes it.
Long look. Cross ice. Oilers bringing it in.
Forcing it ahead. It's Quinn
Physicality is picking up here as well.
Kulak has moved up. Bluger.
A little bit of Blue Jays. We'll switch gears to do some baseball. Once the Stanley Cup is handed out, we'll do some Blue Jays coverage. Blended, what's going on? Welcome in. Everybody says you are the father.
Both of these teams are
Blended, I hope you and everyone are doing well.
Still some storylines to play out though. McKayev sends it into the Oilers zone. Skinner out to play it. Leaving it for Desharnais. Desharnais now settling it down.
Desharnais hanging on. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Things are winding down quickly.
Move away.
Not a lot of whistles here in the third.
And it's stolen back by the Canucks.
Bouchard got a piece of
A
it.
whistle here on the play. A one-goal game with the
We're going to go to another commercial break.
In the late stages on Hockey Night.
There hasn't been a lot because this play has just been moving right along. The only thing we have on the score sheet here in the third period was that tripping penalty to Evander Kane. The Oilers trying to find a way, trying to get a goal to tie this game up. It really has been struggles. Draisaitl, he's played almost 20 minutes in this game, 19:30 of ice time at this point. Nugent Hopkins at 17.5, Hyman at 17.5. Those guys have been carrying the load. For the D side, it's Evan Bouchard. He's almost at 23 minutes. Ecamm is almost at 19 minutes. Desharnais at 18 minutes. Those three have been the top 3D. Nurse is at 17 minutes. So they got to find a way to set things up and shoot, because the Canuck goaltender, DeSmith, has been a rock star in this game. Absolutely lights out, incredible. When we take a look at Casey DeSmith over his career, he's got 10 career shutouts, one of them this year. He has 69 wins in 162 games. This season, he has 11 wins in 28 games. This season, he has an .893 save percentage. .909 is his career numbers. But boy, oh boy, today he is rocking it with a .967. So Casey DeSmith is trying to steal one here. He has been fantastic for the Canucks. I'd love to see another OT game, but this game is over. Oilers are going to lose 3-1. All right, we'll see. Go Canucks. Canada's good representation. That they do 24/7. Hopefully they can have a good showing. On the go with CeeLo. Thanks, brother. Hope you're doing well. Our partner channel. If you guys are into NASCAR or Atlanta Braves baseball, got to check out my man On the Go with CeeLo. So here we go, back from commercial break. Let's go. Oilers will win in overtime, 3-2, behind the net. Oilers coming out in front. Hyman has it roll off his stick. Oh, big hit there. Shot right on, and there's DeSmith. Hyman just got obliterated coming out of the corner.
Reached out to take down Hyman, almost a little bit of a clothesline as he catches him, and no call on the play. You're going to see him go to the inside.
Sticking out the chicken wing and just absolutely rocking Hyman. Hyman had just moved the puck, so it's not interference, but very close to a late hit.
He catches him with the arm a little bit on that play.
3:22 to go. Oilers setting things up in the Vancouver territory.
Feistiness to the Canucks lineup. Rick Tocchet earlier on in the season when the trade was made with the Flames saying that he felt Canucks could use some of that. Now it's Adam. It's Zach Hyman unable to.
The Canucks putting it off the boards and down the ice. Edmonton has to set it up again. Start moving it along.
It pans out and it's Draisaitl handing it off.
Ecamm bringing it in deep.
Hyman is open. Hyman spinning away from Pedersen.
Under 3 minutes to go now.
Blueger's stick.
Hyman holding it in. They say no. They call it down on the offside.
Did his best to keep it in, but just couldn't.
Yeah, a little chuckle on Hyman's face. He felt maybe it was just on the line, but looked like it might have come just out as he kicked that one in to try.
So if you're just joining us, welcome to the show. My name is Sam. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a tap, give us that thumbs up, a tap, and if you're a hockey fan, hit that subscribe. We'll have you covered all playoffs long.
The Oilers haven't lost in regulation at home in their past 12 games here at Rogers Place.
Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Cece holding it in.
Now he has it again from Cece as he works it towards the net. It comes over to the other side. And now Perry is there. Perry directing it to Cece. Back to Kane. Back to Perry. Perry.
Thank you for hitting those likes. Appreciate it.
And now it's Adam Henrique.
Chapter's got $200 on this game. Come on, Oilers. Here's Kane. Big shot and a big shot block. This is going to come all the way down the ice. 2:15 to go.
Because if he would have held on to it, it might have drawn the call.
Here comes Nurse.
Lets it go. Henry holds on to it a little
Goaltender still in the net for the Oilers. Oilers dump this one in.
Good coverage down low to not allow the Oilers.
2 minutes now. 2 minutes to go.
Perry checks his options.
Oilers have it in the Canucks territory. Skinner, bad time to go to the bench. Skinner goes to the bench as Edmonton turns it over and Vancouver scores in the empty net.
So the Canucks regaining the 2-goal lead and some insurance here.
Wow.
With 1:47 to go in regulation.
So Skinner just waited a moment too late to leave. And as Skinner hits the bench, the Oilers turn the puck over. It's a nice passing, and Joshua puts that in the empty net. 3-1 Vancouver.
That makes it a 2-goal game with 1:47 on the clock. So just bad timing trying to get Stuart Skinner to the bench.
Joshua has 17th from Lindholm and Garland.
Now the puck is flipped into the Oilers zone. We'll keep a watch on Skinner to see if he is asked to come to the bench by Chris Knobloch and crew.
He's coming.
Yep.
Skinner leaving again, a minute and a half to go.
Cutting to the middle, a shot, rebound available. Nugent Hopkins gets it back to the point. Bouchard, the blast is wide. Kane moving it around the wall. Nugent Hopkins working it back. Oilers trying to utilize the extra attacker. Draisaitl down low. Nugent Hopkins to the middle in front. And it's Pedersen who clears.
And just misses the net. 1:05 to go.
I mean, he's got a straight shot right down Main Street to try and put this one in the net for Pedersen. Just missing wide on the left-hand side with 1:05 on the clock. I don't know if they'll add any time. It looked like there was a little bit.
All right, 24/7. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Have a great one.
It doesn't look like they're going to go and try and readjust. Face off right away.
Face off to the right of DeSmith.
Empty net for the Oilers.
65 seconds.
They're down by 2 with 1:05.
2-goal lead for the Canucks.
And the Canucks come away with the puck.
Moving it.
Bouchard holding it in. Nugent Hopkins had it. He passed it off. Coming around, they let it go. I'm not quite sure what the Oilers' play is here.
Pressured by Lafferty. Myers
coming right out in the slot, but nobody is there. Oilers pinching up. They hold this one in. Nugent Hopkins. I don't know if they realize they need two. Draisaitl cross ice pass. They hit the side of the net. Coming back around to Draisaitl. 30 seconds to go. Here's another quick shot to Smith. Gets a piece and it's deflected up and out of play. 26.1 seconds to go. The Oilers just wasted a whole lot of time moving the puck around. You win some, you lose some. There you go, Chapter. You'll get it back. That's right. The fun of sports.
And that's kind of how the night's gone. And Evander came with the 1 goal for Edmonton in the second period. Made it a 1-goal game at that time. Gave Edmonton some life.
Puck is dropped. Canucks winning another face-off. This time they're going to clear it out. It'll be another icing. 18.6 seconds
really started
left.
was that slow start for the Oilers in those first 2 games of the season.
Yep, they're going to sweep the season series against Edmonton, and they've had their number. And here's a little extra after the whistle here. Bouchard and Joshua.
David,
Joshua
will we see him before the playoffs, or at this point, do they just hold him out? Hockey Dude, I have to set it up for you. So it'll be ready for the next stream. Another icing call. 11.7 to go.
Casey DeSmith early on. Edmonton really fired a lot of pucks at him. They had traffic in front, created the chances they were looking for early. Couldn't buy one. They credit him. He had a real strong performance.
There it is, back to the line. Ecamm with a blast into Smith with another good save. Gianni, welcome in.
Blast from the point. We've got
you wanted to catch the Canucks. Yeah, this is a bit of a tough one. Bit of a tough game. I'll be honest, the Oilers, they didn't play great today. Vancouver played a complete game. The Oilers struggled.
These 2 teams won't meet in the first round, but you never know down the road.
This one is seconds away from being final.
Sending a message here. But the Canucks,
you're right, Alonso.
You mentioned the season series, and well on their way here to sweeping it. And Bouchard last attempt.
There's a last shot. The buzzer's going to go. This game is over. Vancouver sweeps the Oilers. My goodness. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out today. This was a ton of fun. Your goal scorers, Sam Lafferty from Zadorov and Miller, Suter from Myers, Evander Kane from Connor Brown and Nurse, and then Dakota Joshua from Lindholm and Garland. Total shots 33 for the Oilers, 27 for the Canucks. Vancouver takes it the face-offs at 54.5%. No power play goals. Both teams going 0 for 2 tonight. 48 hits for Vancouver, 39 for the Oilers. Vancouver blocking 19 shots today is massive. 8 block shots for the Oilers. When we take a look at the other stats, 5 giveaways for the Oilers, 6 for Vancouver. This was just not the Oilers' night. Thank you to our mods for staying up late with us. We appreciate it. Right back at you, Gerard. Thank you so much for everything. But thank you, mods. Appreciate you staying up late. Welcome, Brett, to our channel memberships. Trevor, thank you so much, and Prep as well for the gifted memberships, and congrats to all the recipients of the gifted memberships. And of course, Prep for the super chat as well. So thank you all. Have a wonderful night. We're going to be off tomorrow and Monday. Well, I think Monday. More to come on that. But Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be here for the final couple days of the season. And of course, Stanley Cup playoffs kick off next Saturday. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. So thank you again for all the likes, the subscribes, for everybody new who found us and came in. I hope you had a good time. I hope we'll see you again real soon. So thank you again. Have a wonderful night. I'm off to bed. Take care, everyone. Have a great couple of days, and we'll see you real soon. Good night, and thank you.